What's up, friends and real ones? Welcome back to the channel. I am RealGrogg, and here, in case you weren't tired of it yet, is more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Welcome in. Great to have you. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully it's treating you well. Hopefully last week went beautifully as we decompressed from last week's adventures. It was quite a hit. A lot happened. We went through a whole lot of different emotions with it, from torturing a captured bandit in the dungeons of Trosky Castle to heading out to lay siege to Nebukov Fortress under the banner of Lord Von himself, led by the Chamberlain, that really annoying old dude who has been a pain in the ass, and finally, to be totally honest, got what he deserved and got shot down in the streets as we attacked the fortress, and we were ambushed along the way by some bandits that have been marauding around the landscape, and were actually the same group that took our original group out when we first came to the Trosky region at the beginning of the game. Lots has happened since we started playing this beautiful title about, about 2.5 months ago, roughly, maybe 3 months ago now. And if you're unfamiliar with what I was just talking about, there's a whole playlist of the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 video game available on the channel. Definitely go check that out after tonight's stream if you want to catch up yourself on the story, if you're not familiar with what's already happened. But if you were here last week, thank you so very much for sticking around and for coming back this week. It's great to have you, as always, on this beautiful Monday night. Like I said, we got a lot done last week. We had a lot of exploration, a lot of adventure, and a lot of combat. We ended up fighting a one-on-one duel with the leader of the bandit camp. Henry took him on, and the guy decided to take his helmet off. Never a good idea in a sword fight, and we handily kicked his butt, quickly and swiftly. And then he might have hung us. He might have captured Hans and myself and maybe hung us, maybe taken us as prisoner. Who knows? There's only one person who knows. Well, doesn't quite know yet, but is going to find out, and that is none other than Father Godwin. If you played Kingdom Come 1, you'll be very familiar with one of the coolest characters ever made. But if you are new to the game, or if you're just getting reacclimated, this is a guy who, although we meet him as a priest, he's had quite the history. He's had quite the life. He's been an adventurer. He's basically Henry in an old form. He's a good man, but he's done some bad things, and he's not scared of the drink, not afraid of the ladies, anything like that. He likes to have a good time when he's living, and we're not going to stop Father Godwin. But he was sent by Sir Radzig Kabbalah, our actual dad, and Sir Hanush of Lipa, who was the guardian of Hans Capon. Those two higher up individuals, they went and met with Godwin, and they said, hey, do us a favor. Henry and Hans have been missing for way too long. I need you to go to Trosky and try to find him, figure out what's going on, and bring him back home. So after the sword fight with with Henry and the leader of the bandit camp, we were captured or taken away or possibly strung up by a big oak tree, and we then filled the boots of Father Godwin. He arrived at Geliov Tavern, the Wagoneer's Inn. He got a little insight as to what's been happening around town. And the news of the battle, of the massacre, in fact, quickly spread throughout the land and is now reached all the way up to Geliov Tavern. And there's a couple people that have survived. So Godwin's now on the task of tracking down some better information about what's been happening, and what his next moves might be, because he's heard whispers that maybe his two friends were in that massive fray. So he's gonna have to go and check all that out. That's a lot of information right off the bat, and I'm going to give a heads up. I think I prefaced last stream with this as well. And also, by the way, welcome in Chili Santa, welcome in Miss Marin. Great to see you both. Thank you so much for being here. It's always such a pleasure to have you. Chili, how the hell's Monster Hunter going? Hopefully it's treating you well still. Enjoying some of that, had some downtime to enjoy that. And Miss Marin, I hope you're still running a very successful tavern. If you are new to the chat, though, and you're just dropping in, definitely say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first RealGrogg stream, or if you've been with us for a while and you just don't like to say much when you're in chat, or if you're one of the returning regulars, of course, let me know how you're doing. But all of you, hopefully you're doing very well tonight. So I think I prefaced last stream with this as well, but I gotta be, tonight's the one I meant to say this about. I think tonight's gonna be a stream where there's going to be a lot of dialogue, in-game dialogue, that I don't really want to talk over because there's a lot of information. We're about to be just assaulted with names, locations, people, both that we've met and we haven't met yet. A lot of story, a lot of exposition, a lot of things going on that might have you sitting there going, what are we talking about? Who are these people? What's a Margrave? Questions will be answered. I promise you that much. We're going through this together. We're going to enjoy this and learn together. I'm also happy to pause and take a moment and kind of give a better sort of hierarchy structure as to all the names and people we're hearing and what the hell it all sort of means. So if you are getting confused, if you're getting lost in the depths, don't worry about it. You are not alone, and it definitely happens to all of us. But yes, Ms. Marin, I have to agree. Let's go, she says. Absolutely, I completely agree. But it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a good one. We're going to have a good old time. We're going to explore. I think we might even get a little further on. We might even reach a new map tonight. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot to do, lots of conversations to have. I don't know how combat heavy tonight will be. Lightly, for sure. There'll be sprinklings, a little peppering of some sword play. But overall, I think we're just going to be sitting back and learning. I have been having some issues with my camera. So when I drop into the game, we're going to see how it goes. Definitely know how I'm looking, how I'm sounding. Everything's coming out to you well. And once I drop into the game, I'm going to see if I'm going to keep the camera on tonight because I've been having some issues. There is an update that I haven't quite, that I didn't do today that I just saw. And
Yeah, those bastards drank more of it than I have, but they don't want to pay for it.
oh, I did accidentally mute myself. Thank you, Miss Marin. Good catch. Nicely done there. Nicely done. Real quick, I'm just gonna. That's hilarious. Yeah, I think I accidentally brushed it with my chin. It happens. The beautiful Wave 3 mic from Elgato is great, but it does have a very sensitive mute button, which is good unless you don't mean to. Then it's a pain in the butt. All right, let's see. All right, we're gonna hope that works out a little bit better tonight. There we go. All right, cool. So it looks like we're doing better already. But either way, here we are. We are at Geliav, a nice busy tavern. Everyone's been hearing about the recent battle. Nice! Chili Santa, Monster Hunter is good. Past 100 hours. Congratulations. That does seem like a game you could sink numerous hundreds into. I think I'm at 400 on this game already. So that's pretty much 100 hours a month. That's a little embarrassing. But, you know, whatever. Hey, Mega John Hall, welcome in, buddy. Hey, everyone. Hey to you, my friend. We are just getting started here. It was just a quick debrief on what we're doing. You'll be very familiar with this character, but in case we're not, this is the handsome gent that we were playing as tonight. This is Father Godwin, a real stud, a legend. Now, in this current sort of chapter of the game, you can't change his clothes. You can't really do much to modify Father Godwin. He is a character that does not need your interference. He's good enough as he is. But so we're going to be exploring this town, getting some information. Now, I'll do you a favor and I'll spare you the details. Most of these people know, or they'll tell you the same sort of thing. So we can chat with some familiar faces. I don't know why. I thought for a second no one had pants on, and I thought that just looked a little strange. But first things first, there are a couple of injured refugees.
I'm supposed to believe there's justice in the world.
Dorothy, the owner of the bathhouse, not her. But these two, Kuba and maid Anna,
God Almighty.
I think they're both from Nebukov, or at least from down that region.
God be
and
with
they seem
you,
to know a bit more about the fight.
I need to ask you something. Oh, Christ.
Kuba's in a bad way. He got shot. He needs to rest. What do you want from him?
What happened to you?
An awful disaster. Our mill was like suddenly in the middle of a battlefield.
Oh, so
in
they're
the
from
evening, some
they're from
men
Nebukov
burst in
Farm.
on us, herded us into
Mill.
the barn and wouldn't let anyone out. And then, in the morning, the ravine suddenly turned into hell itself. Awful. Dreadful.
Easy. You have nothing to fear now, lass. What did you hear from the barn?
Branches snapping, horses whinnying, yelling, and infernal crashes and bangs. We tried to flee, but Cooper was hit in the shoulder by an arrow.
I mean, I don't know. We got hit by an arrow and we were fine.
And then, by then, them bastards had other things to worry about. They took some captives.
All right. Well, I'm looking
for two
my
friends. The innkeeper told me they were involved in that skirmish. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Henry, his page.
Lord have mercy. They were the ones that was taken captive.
Are you sure?
Aye. After what they got up to at the Semine wedding, half the domain knows them. They was hanged.
My God! Surely not. There must have been lots of people there. Maybe you made a mistake in the confusion.
I'm sorry.
So not great news
How
to start
can
off
you be
with.
so sure?
Not great news.
How far away were you? What happened exactly?
I'm just saying what I saw. That's all.
I'm asking if you're sure. Would you swear to God? Well, speak!
Before Almighty God? Well, maybe. I mean, it was all a bit chaotic, that's true.
Yeah, dude's in poor shape, Miss Marin. Yeah, he's not looking too good.
Well, who were those cutthroats?
Some of them wore Lord Nebag's colours. We know his men. They
Hello,
ride by the men
DJ.
often enough,
Welcome in,
and
brother. Welcome
sometimes
in.
Stop off for a chat.
And Kevin Anderson
I'll
right
leave you to get
behind.
some
Welcome in,
rest.
my friends. Great to see
I must
everyone.
find my friends.
Welcome, welcome,
However
welcome.
they ended up.
We are currently getting some information
was
on
that
the
Latin? Are you a
hopeful
priest or
outcome
what?
of Hans and
Aye,
Henry.
I'm a priest. Well, I used to be.
Merciful Mother of God. That's some good fortune at least. Could you bless Cooper, please? Maybe he'll get better if you put a word in for him with the Almighty.
I can handle that.
Of course. Benedictio Domini sit vobiscum. Amen.
Amen. Here, take this and pray for us, please.
All right. Farewell, my...
All right.
Please, God.
Well, welcome in,
make
everyone.
our
Great to see
better
some friends in the chat here. Great to see y'all. So we got a little information that potentially Henry and Hans were hung down after the Nebakov battle, but there's a lot of people there. So maybe that young lady was wrong, but we'll hope that she was. But yeah, so we are currently in Father Godwin's shoes. We're going to head on south. Now, what's kind of nice, I will say, because it's very tempting, as Father Godwin, which first of all, I love that they actually have him as the little travel icon. That's absolutely one of my favorite things. Oh, I'm just also seeing, you know me, I like to make sure that you can see my silly little cursor when we're playing the game. So if I'm pointing at something, I want you to know that I'm pointing at it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and look at me learning after 3.5 years. Finally figured out where the buttons are. Awesome. But welcome in, DJ. It is great to see you. How you doing? How's your week been, buddy? Kevin Anderson, same question with just as much enthusiasm. How are you both doing? Welcome in, dropped in at the same exact time there. But so it's really fun to want to think about going around and traveling with Godwin, but it's a bit more linear right now. You're really going to be sent on the direct path to go to the ambush site. I actually tried a while back to go explore, and you literally can't even go like to this road right here. You're kind of forced to go down the storyline, which is, or not the storyline, but like the most direct path. And Bibiana, of course, this is Godwin's beautiful horse. So we got some insight, we got some info, and we're gonna head on down Nebakov Way.
Yeah!
I love this game. It's just so good. It's just so damn good. Oh, I think this should, okay, yeah, so I'll go down here, curve, and then a slight angle up towards Trosky, and then just past the chapel. Got it. Easy peasy.
Good girl, Bibi. Good girl.
I think that they really, I feel like they took so much time working with Godwin's character in this. Like every time he's talking, every time he's on camera, he feels the most fleshed out of all the NPCs in the game. It's really awesome. I love that because, like, you know, just leaps and bounds.
I'm supposed to take a left at the crossroads.
Graphically from the first game to this one, and the first one was great. I've said this 1,000 times already in the past, but like, I just love the character models. How much?
Now to the right.
How much better the faces look just in general dialogue. I love it, and I feel like they really put a lot of effort into Godwin's face. For good reason. He's a very important character. You know, a game looks great when taking a horse ride is enjoyable. I literally do not mind putting the horse on auto ride and just riding because it's so beautiful.
The tracks lead to the right. I'd better tread carefully. That company must have headed into the thicker forest.
We are totally Team
Use
Godwin.
the trees
100%
as
Kevin
cover.
Anderson. 100%. All right, now I think I should actually... Oh, yeah, no, I'm right. Excuse me, I just horked down a bunch of
Wagons.
really
They
delicious
probably
bean
used them to
salad
block the way
for
and
dinner, but
prevent
I
a
am
retreat.
very
Smart. They rained arrows down
gassy,
at
to be perfectly frank.
What you want, you old
Talking
fart?
to my own burps.
Sure you're not lost?
Hey, why don't you just relax your
What
bandit?
are you up to here, fellas?
What's it to you? Do you want to end up like these ones here?
These
I
ones
think
here.
not. And you don't need to raise your voice. My hearing's fine. And I come in peace.
So you should. You don't look like you're up to much else.
Welcome in, Damon. Evening, RealGrogg and chat. Bit late here for the ride. You are not late at all, my friend. You are right on time. We are just getting started. We are taking Father Godwin down towards Nebukov, where he has heard rumor of Henry and Hans's current situation. But we're just getting started. We just encountered some bandits who are thieving up and down this road, strewn with bodies of the Trosky soldiers. Which, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell them what to do, but I do think we might get a little more violent with Godwin, because you know what? We need to stretch our limbs. We need to warm up a little bit. But welcome in. Welcome in. Great to see you, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for hitting that like button right away. You know I always appreciate that, and it does help to get the video out to more people, to hopefully get some other real ones also in here joining the party, because it's so fun to hang out with all of you. Even better with even more people, right? So feel free to hit that button for me. But hey, there's no pressure. You do what you want to do. I'm looking for my friends. I want to know what happened here.
What happened here? Do you have any idea?
Von Bergov's soldiers took a hammering. That's all you need to know. I don't care who did it or why. All I care about is there's lots of valuable things in all this carnage that will...
I'm looking for two of my friends here. I heard they were fighting on von Bergov's side.
Then they're fucked!
You can't know that.
Are you blind, old man? Take a good look around. No one could survive a massacre like that.
Stop with that desecration. The poor man deserves to rest in peace.
Thanks a lot for your advice. But you know what you can do with it? Clear off and take no notice of us. If you're looking for a corpse of your own, the soldiers have a pit full of them down there. If you get a move on, you won't even have to do much digging.
Yeah, I don't like these guys.
Someone ought to teach you manners.
Some old fart like you mean?
You'll soon see what this old fart can do. Arsehole.
Go to hell!
All right, just a little limber up with Godwin, just to kind of get familiar with him.
Now you've had it. Just
Oh, wow, he's
you
fast.
Wait.
He is fast. Okay, so this is interesting. So I was curious about this. Do I have a bow? I do not. Okay, so I don't think he's catchable. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay. All right, fair enough. Let's go, Bibiana. All right. BB.
Easy. Nice and slow.
I do love the detail, though, of, like, you know, it's these two guys and they're scavenging, just like Henry's done. I mean, you know, admittedly, we've plenty of times have picked the carcass of many post-battle scenes, and yeah, they didn't prepare for Godwin, that's for sure.
God
You should,
almighty.
don't be so rude. Don't be so rude to
Bless
an
their
old man
souls.
passing by. That's all I'm saying.
And they blocked their way forward as well. They were trapped.
This is
The
crazy
man
going
who
back through
planned
this,
in any
like,
case.
straight up carnage.
In any case, the
Carnage.
innkeeper wasn't exaggerating. It looks like a Turkish raiding party swept through here.
Jeez.
Hey, I told you quite clearly to stay in the forest. You're welcome to anything you find up top, but stay away from here.
God be with you, lad. I'm not one of those corpse looters.
Listen, one more step and it'll be your last, old man.
That's so rude. Oops.
And who do you serve?
The Lord God.
Whom
my
do
son.
you serve?
And wine, every now and again. Or ale. I'm not fussy.
What are you saying? You're a priest? You don't look like no priest.
I hear that a lot. But it's God's truth.
So who are you looking for, father?
I'm looking for my friends. And I want to make sure they aren't among the dead. Can you take me to your commander?
All right, follow me. Eric can decide what to do with you.
Move it, idlers. Bury them properly so the wild animals don't get to them.
Eric!
What are you
That'd
doing
be some
here?
long,
You're
terrible
supposed to be on
work.
guard at the mill. I made it quite clear. I want that fucking rabble kept out of here. Who's this? Your pa?
No, sir. He says he's a priest, and he's looking for someone. So I thought...
Quiet! You, speak! Who are you? And who are you looking for?
Godwin. I'm a priest and I'm looking for my friends. Or their bodies.
Their bodies.
And what exactly do you want from me?
I love DJ's scenario here. And there I was, laughing and cursing at the old man, and then suddenly he pulls his sword and skewers Gregory. That's exactly what happens. That's why you don't be rude to Godwin. Kevin Anderson asking, has Godwin's voice changed? That's a really good question. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I think they brought back the voice actor for him. It might be a bit more grisly, sort of a bit more, but nothing could, unfortunately, could outrun the old man. Thank goodness. I think that it's the same voice actor, though, but that's a good question. I don't know. Either way, I like it. I like the current style of his voice.
Now that I've introduced myself, I'm keen to know who you might be.
You may have introduced yourself, but I don't know why I should believe you. Whoever heard of a priest with a sword under his belt?
I get your point. De omnibus est dubitandum. Let's just say I'm whatever I need to be at the moment. A priest, a warrior, a tireless lover.
Just gotta
After
sprinkle
all,
that one in.
The Lord helps those who help themselves, eh?
Well, you know how to preach. Maybe you really are a priest.
I'd like to ask what happened here.
What do you think? A battle is what happened, and the best side won. Us. Now I've got to clear up this mess.
Sorry, this might sound stupid, but I've just arrived and I've no idea what's going on here. Who did you defeat?
The cream of the local fiefdom. That bastard von Burgo threw everything he had at us, but it wasn't enough.
It looks like
It was
you
quite
crushed
the
them
quite
badly.
the massacre.
Did you leave any survivors?
I don't think so. So if your pals were against us, you'll find them in that pit there.
I hope not. I don't think you'd throw a nobleman into any old hole.
Nobleman?
Aye, a nobleman. I'm looking for the Lord of Perkstein and his page.
The Lord of Perkstein?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and Henry
Stop
of
saying
Scotland.
Perkstein.
The captain took some prisoners with him, but I've no idea if it's them.
You'd better hope it is.
Right then.
You know, I can never.
My name's Eric.
Excellent, Eric. I'd like
I can
to
never
see the
tell if I
prisoners.
really like Eric's armor or if
Will
I
you
hate
take me
it.
to your captain?
We'll see.
The white and the red.
You
I just
brought
don't
a
know.
ransom?
I still don't know if they're dead or alive. So first, I want to see them.
Right, fellas, we'll finish this. If you want to keep your head on your shoulders, clear off on the double.
You!
Save your breath, you bastard!
What's this about? Do you know them?
I bumped into them in the forest. They were robbing the dead.
But I killed one of them.
Did you hear what I fucking said? Get lost, or it'll end badly.
I won't take orders from you, you dog! We're outnumbered.
If we survive.
Let's see if you're as good with that sword as with your tongue. Come on then, you assholes!
All right. Now this is what's gonna happen. That's why I was trying to catch up to the bandit. I was trying to see if that would change if reinforcements show up. I think that's why he's uncatchable. Nice. Teamwork.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp.
Don't
Smoked him.
We'll finish this quickly.
All right. Nice job, everyone. Well done.
Fuck! That was something! They got what they had coming.
I'd say it's God's punishment.
You really know how to wield a sword. And leave God out of it this time.
In the Battle of Kosovo. I did a bit of traveling when I was young, and lopped up a few Turkish heads along the way.
And you settled down in your old age?
Till recently, I was the parish priest in Ujits.
So.
Looks to me like you're going to need a bigger hole for the bodies.
We're not gonna dig graves for those fuckers.
Yep.
It might not please our lord, but I have no sympathy for them.
Who gives a damn about such scum? Let the stray dogs have them.
Anyway, what about our agreement?
Moving on.
Still on? I'll take you to the castle, so you can talk to the captain. He always appreciates a good warrior.
What castle?
Nabokov. Although, castle might be a strong word for it.
I love that everyone around here just dogs on Nebokov. They're all like, yeah, it's just a house on a hill, pretty much. All right, Eric, there he is. Now again, veterans of the first game will recognize Eric and maybe be a little confused as to why we're following him. All of this will be answered. We got a history. We got a history with this guy.
Godwin, why are you looking for those two anyway?
I gave my word.
Who to? Who's looking for them?
Lord Hanush of Lipa, Lord Capon's guardian.
Hanush, you say?
Do you know him?
I know who he is, but I couldn't say we're friends. Look, that's Nabokov up on the left. It's got a commanding view of the whole valley.
I mean, yeah, it's not like a castle, but it's still a cool looking spot, you know?
Sword? Let's see. I'll race you there. Yeah!
All right.
Go!
Come on, Bibiana, don't let me down. I have to be better. I must win.
Go!
Oh, I think I took a wrong turn.
Yeah!
Oh boy, oh boy. There we go. Totally won.
You're a fine horseman as well.
Bibiana might look like any old nag, but there's more to her than meets the eye.
Love Bibiana.
Bit like you. In any case, welcome to Nabokov. We'll leave the horses here. Not to worry, our boys will take good care of them.
A very nice fortress. How did you manage to take it?
In a moment, you can ask the captain yourself.
I can't wait. Wait here for me, Bibiana. I'll be back soon. And maybe I'll have the two little blighters with me.
I love that he always just kind of sounds like a disappointed uncle.
Where's the chief? I brought him a guest.
Just now he's interrogating some captives.
Call him. I believe they're still alive. You're in luck.
I hope so.
What is it, Eric? I'm busy.
This here is Father Godwin. For a priest, he's handier with a sword than most of your men.
He helped us against some bandits.
And he's looking for Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Well, well. This is quite a turn-up. I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your Ishtvan.
Ishtvan?
No, I think I want to have a chat with you. Go and wait for me in the tower.
Lots of twists and turns coming up here in the old story. All right.
Greetings, Captain. Are you the one who came up with that diabolical ruse in the ravine? Remarkable work, I can't deny. If you did that on a larger scale, you'd go down in history.
I'd never have expected such an accolade from a priest.
Folk all over the domain are saying all hell broke loose there. Terrible bangs, smoke, but I don't see the devil in it. More like Schwarzpulver. Black powder. Am I right?
They definitely didn't teach you that in the seminary. Who the hell are you?
As your man-at-arms Eric said, I'm Father Godwin. I'm in the service of Sir Hanush of Lipa, and I'm looking for his nephew.
Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest?
Oh my god, can everybody just
Don't look
move
the
on?
part.
Yes, I'm a priest, I don't look like it, I've got a sword. God.
Ne credas aurum, quid resplendent ut aurum. Perhaps not, but I am. And who are you, sir?
You don't need to know my name.
Conversing with a man without knowing his name is a little awkward. But so be it. Am I to understand, Sir Knight, that young Lord Capon is alive and well and is in your captivity here?
You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am.
Well, what
I
can I
don't
say?
have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me.
It doesn't pay to underestimate that one.
I love
He's
that.
one of the few who can hold his own with me, whether sword fighting or boozing.
Main character energy.
Boozing? You're a proper priest, then.
Unfortunately, the bishop had other ideas.
I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history. Am I right?
No need for you,
You
to
don't
know.
need to know that. I won't confide in a man who won't even introduce himself. You have my friends, and I want them back. So what do we do about that?
Straight to the point, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose?
First of all, I'd like to see them, to make sure they're safe and sound as you claim.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
The word of an unknown knight? That's as much use to me as
the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me.
Definitely has a peg right there. That's
Let me put
fair.
it another way, Sir Knight. I don't know what happened here exactly, who you are, or what your quarrel with Otto von Bergau is. But I guarantee you that those two greenhorns won't interfere with your plans, and you've no reason to hold them.
I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify.
Yeah, we're pretty solid.
I've no idea how they got mixed up in everything. But they only
Godwin's
came
about
here
to own a new
deliver
castle,
message.
methinks. That
As
would be
you no
awesome.
doubt well know, Lord von Bergau is on the opposite side of the Lord of Lipa. So if that pair joined up with him, they must have had a damn good reason for it. But that's by the by.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew?
How much do you have in mind?
You're not even able to name a figure. What kind of negotiator are you?
Well,
I'm not a negotiator.
yeah, thank you.
I have a task to fulfill. I was afraid at first that if anyone was going to hold them captive, it'd be von Bergau. Ah, well. Man proposes and God disposes.
This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. Maybe I should throw you in the same cell with that pair.
Excellent! At least I'd get to see them with my own eyes, and not have to put up with any more horse shit from a lying cyclops.
Enough! To hell with you! You've got
That's a
no
great
ransom,
line.
and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll let you leave in one piece.
You won't get rid of me that easily.
Rebellion! They're attacking!
Oh,
I came here to get them, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Looks like you know how to use a blade.
Fighting Turks will teach you that.
Hungary?
Kosovo.
little switch up, right? Yeah, not two shabs. This guy, yeah, it's just because he's good. He's good.
If you help me, I'll let them go.
So many twists. So many twists. All right, there's a little surprise attack coming back from the Bergov army. Let's give him a hand, but first things first. Let's just, let's rinse off a little bit. Deed to the castle, please. Thank you. I am very excited about the idea. So I've mentioned before how. Oh, come on, hit him with the sword. Thank you. There we are. He's dead. And you're dead. And there we are.
Help me with him!
Come on.
You'll be
Ooh,
sorry,
This has got to be a short sword. I am so not used to fighting at this range. There we go. And one more for good measure.
Are you going to get to the task or not?
I'm doing the task.
Done.
All right.
Whether you're a priest or not, I have to admit, you're damned handy with a sword.
Thank you.
Likewise. It looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toth and that Eric of his.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captives, quick, before it's too late.
Love that realization. I was going to say, though, I was looking at the roadmap of what's coming later in the year, and I think you're going to be able to put some of your hard-earned groschen that you get, especially near the end of the game, and I think you get to rebuild a blacksmith shop, I think. Speaking of deeds to places, chat
As
says.
for you, well, we'll see about you.
Look at this friggin' prick. Istvan Toth.
You! Toth! You swine! You're lucky I can't get you.
Right, Miss Merritt. It's always so good to see Miss Merritt. It's always so good to see Henry again.
Who the hell do you think you are? Where's my sword?
Who is this? Madman. Surely you're not going to listen to some vagabond.
What, but you think you should listen to Sigismund's bitch? Enough!
What's he talking about?
You clearly don't know your own men. Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows.
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered.
Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
We'll see about that.
Zhishka, you want it at the gate?
Shit, I'm not done with you yet.
Miss Marin making great points in the chat here. Ooh, this guy ugly AF. And I really love that it feels like in this game they've really doubled down on Istvan's really ugly nature. Like, he was unappealing in the first game, but I feel like they really leaned into it this time and they added a bit extra. They made him look a bit flumpier and just sort of more useless. So good shout, because he is. He's ugly both inside and out. This guy's a prick. That hat was a terrible mistake. Like, we've seen Henry wear a chaperon, and it looks quite nice on him. He wears it beautifully. On Toth, get out of here. Guy doesn't know what he's doing. Miss Marinjishka, what a cool character. Yes, he is quite the character indeed. But yeah, when you give a hard finger point like that, you're definitely guilty. You're trying real hard to place blame otherwise. Unless you're Harrison Ford, and then it's, I didn't kill my wife. You know. All right. So, first time since the end of Kingdom Come 1, Henry is face-to-face through bars of a prison cell, but face-to-face with Istvan Toth, the man who stole his father's sword, the last thing we made, and now they are finally within arm's reach.
Now you're done for. You'll pay for everything you've done.
Why do you think so? The little misunderstanding with the captain will get sorted out soon enough, one way or another. What's interesting is that you cross my path again when I'm doing what I do best. Fate, I suppose. We have the same fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the spot.
This is the old...
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake.
Old lord of the castle, by the way.
A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zhishka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Burgau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Burgau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zhishka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zhishka's trust and stop his perfidious raiding once and for all. Unfortunately, getting away from here in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now.
Where's my sword?
Your sword? You're still bothered about that?
Yes, very much
It's
so.
only a piece of iron. I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though. Beautiful work. His last.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get the opportunity, to be honest. If either of us has a chance of getting out of here alive, it's certainly not you.
You know what?
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Burgov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the
Great
time
points, Henry.
being,
Great points.
wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
I'll be free before you know it.
And how do you intend to get out of here?
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom for you?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zhishka would have to be out of his mind to release you.
Really? People like Zhishka know coin is more important than revenge. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zhishka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my time will come.
Imagine being stuck right next to this guy.
Are you afraid?
Like you just want to smack him.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you.
Also, how good is it to see Hans and Henry
Gut open.
back together, side by side? Just good stuff. Having each other's backs. All right, now Eric and Ishvan kind of have this odd, like, lover, father, son, sort of like
Eric?
interesting relationship, but very
What's the matter? Lost
close. They're very, very close.
I think he was looking for this.
You swine!
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell!
Eric! We're just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
Oh, that's
There's
mine.
always time for this.
That's my sword.
No, we've got to flee now.
And honestly, Ishvan, my unarmed is at like 22. I would still beat you even if I fought you while you had a sword. Just letting you know. Just letting you know that.
There'll be time when we meet again.
Mother trucker.
What the fuck was that?
Fuck it!
That would be so frustrating. Yeah!
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen!
It's Godwin.
I love that Hans is like,
You know,
what?
I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home.
Can
You even deliver a letter?
What a G. What a G. And of course, per usual, Ishvan running away. Look at this squad. Look at this group right here.
I will get those fuckers.
Well, Zhishka, you're gonna need some help. And I might know a guy or two.
They're riding to Trosky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you? When you came at me with von Bergov's army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe
Singular.
we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier. And weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain. You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zhishka. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence. We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
Now, that's the perfect few lines right there to to really give more emphasis to what I said at the top of the stream, where lots of names, lots of places, lots of things in like 4 sentences right there that if you haven't been paying very close attention while you're playing the game, you're going, what the hell did you just say? What were that was a lot of syllables and a lot of letters. But yeah. Jobst is actually, and we haven't seen him yet in this game, but he was at the end of KCD1. He sent Hans and myself, he essentially like wrote the letter that we were supposed to deliver at the beginning of this game. But he was the Margrave. He's this big fancy nobility type. And he's basically, he's playing everybody, but he's really good at it because he's been staying alive. But yeah, he's an interesting character for sure.
We know what Jobst is like, and I don't trust him one bit. But we came here to try to get von Bergov and the League of Lords to parley and end this war. We're on the same side.
You're right, and it's a good thing you don't trust that snake. I've been double-crossed by him so many times that I won't make the mistake of trusting him again.
I'm glad we've cleared that up. And now, I'd like to know how you two got from delivering a message to riding with von Berghaus men.
Von Bergov.
Von Bergov maneuvered us into it. It was easy to win us over.
We did really
Zhizka
fall
here
right
attacked
for
us
it
first,
pretty easily.
And then von Bergov. And Istvan was with him too.
And Istvan was actually working for von Bergov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard, Zhizka?
When I came here, I was putting together a band, and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others.
You recruited him? Just like that?
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
So if you recall, so you can see this bottom question, how did Samin come to join you? If you recall, oldest Samin, the groom of the wedding that we went and celebrated at, he actually pretty much joined up with Zhizka. And so the whole beginning of the game, it's painted to make you think that that's a bad idea and that he's siding with the bandits. Because again, Zhizka's group, they're the one that killed our friends at the beginning of the game. When we're at the pond and Henry swears he sees Istvan, he was right because Istvan was paired up with Zhizka. But it turns out he was actually a spy for von Bergov. So Samin, the groom, he joined up and went to almost kill Lord von Bergov and was almost successful.
How did Samin come to join you?
Von Bergov is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. The same with the miller, though he had lots of other incentives as well.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time. A positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too.
How did you manage to set that trap in the ravine so quickly? We only heard about the sortie the evening before.
I have my sources.
Come on! I think you can trust us after all that's happened, can't you?
I'll give you a piece of advice, Lord Capon. Don't trust anyone.
All right, pop quiz, just for fun. And I'm not going to spoil it yet, but does anybody have a guess as to what Žižka's sources might be? What's a constant we have seen with all these different characters throughout the story so far?
If you're in Sokol's service, as you said, what exactly is it you're doing for him?
Waging war, as you've no doubt noticed.
I did
There's
notice.
a fine line between waging war and marauding.
As a man of your experiences must know, war takes many forms. And since King Wenceslas and Prokop are imprisoned and the Czech noblemen are useless, we're doing the best we can alongside Sokol. We're...
Did not mean to skip the end of that.
Did you want to kill von Bergov?
Of course. And as you know, we almost succeeded. But just making his life hell was enough. Making sure he lost as much coin and manpower as possible so he couldn't help Sigismund. And we hit him where it hurt, believe me.
Yeah, it seems like
So
it.
you were doing the same as Toth was doing in Sasau, in Sigismund's service? Or maybe even von Bergov's?
I suppose so. I also understood from what he said that he'd been harassing the enemy a bit too, but he didn't say who that was. Now it's clear why.
Harassing a bit? No offense, but you're a dabbler compared to him. Istvan took Talmberg Castle. The whole region had to band together to put an end to his mischief.
And did you?
I should say so.
You see then, this whole region also banded together against me. And did they stop me? And who did you say the dabbler was?
All right. So you can, of course, find out more and more information about what's going on and kind of get more details and all that stuff. Not Hans Marin, but there is certainly somebody who has been informing both Žižka's group and has had eyes on the von Bergovs as well. Well, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do now?
We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Bergov may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai. Wouldn't you like to join us, Žižka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see? Oh, and would you like me to take another look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a journey.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and preaching?
Giving the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for a fallen man. War is a good teacher.
All right, then.
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking off my helmet.
100%.
I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort.
All right. So now, don't worry if you're squeamish. You won't see anything here, but it's certainly still a pretty gross scene.
Oh, fucking
hell. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
It started to fester. I'll have to clean that out.
Yeesh. Bring out the leeches. Yeah, for real. Oh, leeches on an eye wound. Oh.
Just get it over with.
Yeah, I was looking at one person in chat. Well, Miss Marin, feel free to watch, and you shouldn't be too grossed out. I just love that that's medicine back then. He took a lockpick. That was a friggin' lockpick. And then just squeezed the guy's face. Blah.
Will he survive?
With God's help.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye. He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
We all do. We're leaving early in the morning before Von Berghoff comes and kicks us out.
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed and no more fighting.
Well, we'll see.
And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it?
I love that he says that to Hans, and I already slept with Clara.
You can help Bluster load the cart.
I think I know where we're most needed now. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help. What can I do?
We should say a few words for those who can no longer hear anything. And dig their graves.
All right. And we are now back where we belong. In the shoes, we should be feeling Henry of Scarlet's not strung up by a tree. Hans also very much alive. So very good news.
Thank
Godwin
God we
has
managed to survive until
achieved his
evening,
goal.
At least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.
At least they now have eternal peace from everything. And they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
By the lesser evil, do you mean our new ally whose eye you almost put out?
Well,
tell me what's new.
Godwin is the man, Damon Preble. He is absolutely the man.
Only I no longer have a parish.
They really threw you out? I thought you were joking. What for?
Well, what do you think? Boozing, whoring, ringing the bells at night, roughing up the bailiff? That young vagabond who preached in my place. Well, maybe you remember something about that.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, I have to admit, it's all a bit foggy for me.
Aye, me too.
Reputation lost. Why did I lose reputation?
Is how my head was pounding for 3 days afterward. You were really the last thing I needed. Well, maybe all these hardships will be for the best in the end. Everything has a reason. In the end, we're the lucky ones. We're still alive, unlike others, eh?
Some of them might have fallen even by my hand.
I understand. Trust me, it's all the same to them now. The best thing you can do for their souls, and yours, to find peace, is to dig graves for them. But enough of that. We still have another burning question here. Why didn't Von Berghoff come with you to the battle in person?
He was expecting an important visitor.
We're here. Would you please take care of those poor wretches?
All right. So first things first, we got to go ahead and just dig some graves. We'll just do that real quick. Bang it all out. Yeah, you always got to mess with the bailiff, though. You have to. Why not? It's always the damn bailiff. Hey, no worries, DJ. Gotta hop off for a half hour or so. Take your time, my friend. We'll be here for a little while. We're just getting started. I'm realizing the time frame. There is some exciting stuff coming up, but I think you'll be just in time for it. So come on back, my friend. All right, graves are dug. I mean, they're not. I just gotta say, I think it's so well done, though. Just the pacing of the whole story, it's so good. You know, first time I played this a little while ago, where you know it does that cutscene and then you take the shoes of Godwin. I didn't really think that was gonna. I didn't, for some reason, think that was gonna happen. Even though you do the whole tutorial as Godwin, it kind of slipped my mind. I didn't think about it, so I loved the way that they transitioned. And bring him back and kind of give you that, you know, the unknown of what happened to your heroes. That's I thought that was really well done, and just the introduction at Trosky or at Zhelyov, and I don't know, the whole thing. I really like how they do that. I'll try to get a little rinse off first because I'm splattered in blood, covered in dead stink. Need to wash myself. There we go. Little splash. Oh, my poor guy. I am starving and I'm exhausted. Do I have any beer on me? Got some pepper sauerkraut. I got a bunch of pepper sauerkraut. That's awesome. Let's have a Troskowitz beer, even though Betty brews the worst beer. And a Turnau. Nice. Alright, so a little bit better. Now I'm just tired. That's okay. Got 50% left on my Fox potion. I still have 50% left on my Lover's bonus from hooking up with Clara. This movie would be a great video game to movie. 100%. I feel like, yeah, if you were to take just all of the cutscenes, all of the movie, and just make it into a 3 and I would say give me a Lord of the Rings extended version sort of movie where it's 14 hours worth. But you could make it a 9. You could do 3 parts. 3-hour parts. I love this.
Do you know anything about Teresa from the Ratay Mill?
You mean that nice girl who saved your life in the ruins of Skalitz?
Aye. If she hadn't shown up that time, Runt would have killed me. So do you know what she's up to?
Why? Did you promise her something?
Well, she's a pretty girl.
Like you said, she's a kind girl and quite pretty as well. I'd like to see her again when we get back to Sasau.
I didn't hear anything new about her in these last few days since she left. But if she likes you, I'm sure she'll wait for you.
Well, all I can do is hope, you know what I mean? She is amazing. Tom McKay. Tom McKay is the actor who plays Henry of Skalitz, and he's awesome. I love that he openly admits, he's like, I don't play video games. I have no idea what's going on with them. I'm an actor. I don't play it. And on the other side, was it Tom Dale? What is it? I was just looking at that. But the actor who plays Hans, I thought it was Luke Dale. There it is, not Tom. Luke Dale. He did a 30-hour stream, I think it was. He did a full 30, didn't stop playing for 30 hours on stream, and had like a mental breakdown and everything. It was great. Incredible. But I love that one of them will dive wholeheartedly into the game, and the other one is just like, no, I'm good. I don't play games.
Do you think we did enough for those poor souls?
We did what was necessary.
That's good. Bloody tired.
Oh, come now, you're young. You can't be all that worn out. I have something that'll get your blood pumping.
Oh, Godwin, couldn't I... Can it wait?
No, wait. You'll see. It'll kick your arse for you.
I think I'll lie down and wait for it.
Come to the castle moat. I'll wait for you there.
All right. So Godwin's got a little surprise for us,
Excuse me.
which is interesting to say the least. I'm also a little confused as to how he has this set up, but I'm not going to ask too many questions. These are all just villagers. Nothing important. And 360 spin. All right, so he's going to meet us there. Turtle. And I'm mainly just seeing if I can do anything in the meantime.
How can I help you, sir?
Nope. Nothing yet. Okay. So kind of the pattern with this fort, you're always, it seems like they repeat a few times where you there's a lot of different tasks to do around here. So we're going to experience a few different things. We're going to help out around the castle before the night ends. Sean Bean plays no way.
Well, are you ready? You really have to try this.
All right, I'll try, Godwin. What's going on?
What's going on?
This'll interest you. Our friend here will show you what his diabolical contraption can do.
It's called a pistol. You'll see something you've never seen before. With this contraption, as you call it, you can shoot down a knight in armor, horse and all.
I've already seen what it can do. A weapon like that killed the Chamberlain this morning.
Let's not worry about that now, all right? You have a unique chance to try it out. From the right end for a change.
I really wish that Damon Preble was right. Oh, for the movie that's not been made. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I really wish that was the case, though, because yes, I am on board 100% with that. But the actual name of Father Godwin, Randall Scott Williams, just for those who want to know. But yeah, that's great. I'm totally on board for the Sean Bean casting.
Is that gunpowder I smell here?
That's right. It's
Schwarzpulver.
Or gunpowder. It may stink, but it's damn flammable.
And pretty explosive if you don't know how to use it, eh? Have you ever shot one, Godwin?
Me? Never. But at the Battle of Kosovo, I witnessed what damage bronze bells filled with black powder can do.
I've heard of those. Those must have been bombards.
Bombards?
Terrible weapon of the Turkish Sultan.
How do you shoot with that?
It's not that hard. When you're careful.
Tell me the short version.
All right. But just tell me the most important details.
Shooting from a pistol isn't difficult. It has a barrel in the front, which is loaded with gunpowder, a ball, and wadding. As soon as it's loaded in that order, you put the gun under your shoulder and light it with a wick. But watch out for the recoil. It's awfully powerful, like being kicked by a horse.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad, does it?
We'll see about that. Good.
Careful now. I don't want to have to go looking for all your pieces.
Well, you look like you're all in one piece.
That's true. So far, I've only had to have 2 fingers stitched back on. But don't worry. I'm sure beginner's luck will protect you.
Very
Maybe
inspiring.
A prayer would help more.
Good idea.
All right, so we have been given our first ever pistol, medieval version of a firearm. Now, I've never once hit the target with this. Not once. Hey, all right, I actually hit it. I actually hit it. But this thing's pretty crazy. There's actually an achievement for hey, 2 in a row. All right. Oh, dang, Godwin with the bullseye. Okay, cheater. There's actually an achievement for you can blow yourself up if you're drunk while creating black powder at the blacksmith table.
Great!
Come on. Oh, that's a bullseye. Okay. I'm starting to figure it out. Okay. Dang, I literally can't. I don't know how Godwin is just a pro with this. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Miss entirely. Oh, by 1 point.
My
Oh,
God, this
dang it.
really is
All right, that's
a
close.
diabolical contraption.
I've never done that well in that
Holy
contest.
balls! What a racket! And that stench!
It's got quite a kick, huh?
Henry just standing there.
A load of bollocks!
Hitting something with that would take a miracle.
It's a miracle we still have both our arms.
Aye. I once saw it rip a bloke's face off, along with half his body.
Such an accurate shot. From how many paces?
None. He was the one doing the shooting.
Sweet mother of Jesus.
That's great. The only guy he's seen get hit with that is the guy shooting the gun. This weapon has no future.
Weapon has no future. It's too noisy, and above all, inaccurate.
But it also has its advantages. Cavalry chargers haven't a chance against it.
I'd like to see that.
No problem. I have one handgun here, and it's no good to placard anymore.
It's definitely not for me. Let the youngster here take it.
Jackpot.
What?
Of course, but I don't have much gunpowder left. So you'll have to find some yourself.
And if you have all the saints on your side, it might not kill you straight off.
Thank you very much.
All right, then. Thanks for the demonstration, Master. We have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow. You do what you want, but keep out of trouble. Got it?
No worries. All right. Well, we got a free gun. That's awesome. We're going to go ahead and try to get some new allies. So...
Hey, Henry, come up here.
I'll be right with you.
There's a beautiful view of the sunset from here, and the only thing I want now is for it to set.
It was a hard bloody day today, eh?
I swear, I don't know how many more times we're going to have to change sides before luck smiles on us.
Right? That would feel so
Look on
weird.
the bright side.
They've had to be on
We survived.
swap sides so
And
many
that's the
times.
main thing, right? I hear we're going back to Ratai tomorrow.
Great. I'll be glad to see the back of Trosky and fucking von Berghoff once and for all. Though I'd rest easier if he was dead. I was humiliated, ambushed, wounded, and nearly hanged, all because of him. Just because I was trying to do the responsible thing.
You did what you could. It's just that circumstances turned against us.
Exactly. Thank you, Henry. Even Hanush will have to admit our mission couldn't have succeeded under the circumstances. Either way, I'll never forget this little trip of ours.
Same here. Al dente fortuna jivat.
Ha ha ha! Exactly. Well, now it's all over. So, what do you say to rolling a few dice together?
Oh, Hans, you don't want that.
Don't worry about me.
Thanks for your concern, but I still have a few groschen.
Maybe not for long. Enough talk.
I've got like 25 G's just rattling in my pocket. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing okay. Hans, I'm really sorry to do this to you, bud. Oh, 20,000. Sorry, I was overshooting.
Come on, then. Show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
Just real quick. Bop, 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 bop. And we'll call it there.
Kurva! God's holy britches. How come I always lose so disgracefully?
Because I cheat disgracefully? Because you play so deplorably?
Oh, right, that's it. All the blame is on my head again. Come one, come all. Lord Capon of Perkstein is on trial again. It's been quite a while since I was last on the gallows.
And you drew quite a crowd last time, eh?
Oh, my God. Oh, what a disgrace that was.
Well, it's one way of catching attention, though.
I'd rather catch the attention of a local wench. Aye. Wine, women, and song. All our problems began the day I abandoned that simple philosophy of life.
Oh, so no more talk of politics, responsibility, and the calling of the nobility?
Indeed. But I might just have learned something after all.
And can I hear this great revelation of yours?
I have arrived at the conclusion that a bad day is just a bad day. And it doesn't mean your whole life is fucked up.
It's actually really good advice. Someone take to heart.
Always look better in the morning. The sooner I lie down, the better chance there is of nothing else fucking up today.
Good night, partner.
Not
Sleep
a
well.
chance, you idiot.
I'm sure everything's going to be just fine.
Only an idiot would waste bandages on those highborn fuckers.
There is...
Enough. What's going on here?
Clara.
And what's it to you, eh?
How you doing?
I've been told not to treat those wounded prisoners in the cellar.
Keep your nose out of this, mate.
They need treatment.
I'm afraid I have bad news. Those prisoners need treatment.
Of course. Sir Michael was right.
Exactly. He said you Trosky folks are nothing but trouble.
First of all, I'm not from Trosky. And second...
What would be the best bet here? So I could probably trick him into get a ransom, because that is true. Jishka lost the duel, so I'm just threatening him like I whooped your leader's ass, I could whip your ass. But Clara's often overworked, so I'll try to treat the wounded.
I'm a blacksmith. I can set bones. I can help you with those injured men myself. I reckon Clara can hardly handle it on her own.
Ooh.
Thanks a bloody lot.
You should have told us right away that you're a healer. You'll also come in useful to our men. A lot of them are pretty bad off.
But I'm warning you. If anyone dies on your watch, I'll skin you alive.
No.
Let's go, Jakey. We've got more important things to do.
I'm sorry.
Clara, I didn't mean it like you couldn't handle it. I just mean you got a lot on your plate.
Sticking up for those prisoners, Henry. They're in rough shape.
They shouldn't have yelled at you. They're brutes.
So you were more worried about me than the prisoners, were you?
What of it? You're the only woman here. And the only healer. At least I, for one, would be really glad if you helped those two poor fellas.
Thanks. Really. I didn't think I'd ever see you again.
You tricked me last time. I mean...
You deceived me last time.
Excuse me?
You lured me out of the fortress and detained me so I couldn't get back in, didn't you?
And it worked perfectly. You should be more mad at yourself for falling for it so easily.
Bloody hell. I wanted to help you, and you just used me.
Another great example.
Don't look at me like that. We all did everything we could to keep you from sniffing around.
Yeah.
And I simply had a certain advantage.
Thank you very much.
And just so you know, when I found out what they were planning to do in the ravine, I prayed for you to survive, even though I knew a lot of our men would die there. Besides, didn't you just say you'd help me with the wounded?
That was another great example of, like, the dialogue choice is not really painting the picture of what I wanted to say. I thought it was going to be more like, yeah, you tricked me last time, but I'm keeping my eyes on you. It's like, no. He just pops off on her. I'm like, dude, I was just trying to be nice. All right, whatever. Anyway.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Like what? Can you even...
I'm sorry, Clara. I'm just trying to make myself useful.
There are a lot of injured here that probably won't survive the night without help. I hope you can do something for them.
What about surprised nudity? I know a bit about potions.
I know a bit about potions.
In fact,
I've
I know
seen
quite a
my
bit.
fair share of serious injuries.
In that case, thank God you're here. I'll go and prepare some more medicine and make a round visiting the injured. In the meantime, you go to the lower castle. There are more men there who need to be treated.
What are their names?
Mark, Zverg, and that poor Godsleep.
Oh no, I
You'll
know
find
those
medicine
guys.
and bandages in the chest in my cabin. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you.
Awesome. All right, so this is another...
I apologize.
I really like how they've added more to healing people. It's not just a simple button press. Also, a couple of the captives are actually people we know and kind of like.
Henry, you don't know how glad I am to see you.
Sam! Is that you, lad? Well, you're in better shape than the two of us here.
So these guys are actually pretty great. Black Bartosz, if you don't remember, is the guy who is the swordsman, the trainer outside of von Bergov's castle. Had that little arena down by the crap house, actually. And then the other guy, we met him at the banquet right before the big fight, and he's a good guy. I like them both.
Thank God you're alive.
Ah, don't jinx it.
So, is there anything I can do for you?
There is. You can tell us why they let you go and why we're still sitting under lock and key.
I'm gonna lie to them.
Father Godwin, an emissary from Lord Hanush of Lipa, came here and paid the ransom for us.
So you got a break. People like you usually end up hanging from trees.
It's the first time I've heard of a lord paying ransom for a commoner, too.
Well, this commoner is lucky to be his father's son.
Aha! So you're a lord's bastard. At least this time it's an advantage, eh?
Aye. It seems fortune favors the bold.
Audentis
I don't
fortuna
know.
juvat.
Fortune surely showed us her backside today, and I dare say she even wiped her arse with us.
I see you're injured, but don't worry. I've arranged for Clara to treat you.
Clara?
Aye. She knows all about healing and herbs.
Thanks for not leaving us high and dry.
Aye. Thanks for putting in a good word for us.
Hang in there.
All right. Those guys are square. Nobody in there. So we were tasked with heading down to the lower fortress, which is the same region that we were... What's all this? Oh, it's a plasma card. I might actually just go do that real quick while we're up here. I can't remember if you're on a time frame or not, but there's a few things to get done. I want to make sure I can get as many as possible. And I don't ever really do this task, so I should give it a shot.
Hey, you! Why are you gawking at me like a deaf cunt? I should have
Excuse
shut
me?
you right off. And don't pretend you can't hear me.
There's no reason to argue. We're both on the same side.
Am I gonna have to smack you in the
Same
mouth?
side? Are you yanking my pistol? Your lot killed many of our good men this morning. I feel like punching your teeth in.
I get that.
What happened wasn't my fault. I'm just an ordinary blacksmith's son. And I serve Lord Capon, just like you obey your Captain Zizka. We're both just ordinary commoners. So why break each other's bones for our lords, eh?
Haha. You've got a mouth on you. But you're right about that. What do us commoners care for noble asses, huh? Well, take the sacks next to the cart and throw them up. Let's get this over with.
All right, well, I'm glad that worked without having to kill the guy, because that would have been a bad end to the night. All right, how many do I have to do? I don't like when it doesn't give me a number of how many I need to load up, but let's just hope it's rule of threes, ideally. Also, this is a 3-foot walk. I really wish I knew why the other guy couldn't do it himself. Bluster. Okay, just 2 more, maybe? 1 more? 1 or 2? Oh, 1 more? Alright, fair enough. It doesn't seem like it's a very exciting perk, but
you certainly are a hard worker.
But yeah, the hard worker perk, or the hard working lad perk, is great. You can pick up sacks and bodies, and they only weigh half of what they normally would, and it typically doesn't weigh you down. I just love that. It is much easier to cook through tasks like that.
Are you the local blacksmith?
What do you want from me?
Look, no offense, but I don't want to fight you.
I don't give a fuck what you want, you know.
All right.
Wait, what happened to Steer? Don't tell me he died in that ravine too.
Bloody hell. Did you know him?
The last time I was here, he spoke fondly of you.
Aye. He knew his way around a smithy. Unlike me. Wait, you're a blacksmith?
Aye. My father was a blacksmith.
Ours only drank, and then he drowned. But
Jeez.
look, if you're a blacksmith and our ally now too, I reckon you could give me a hand with something. What do you say?
Yeah.
What's the matter, Buck?
Apart from having a barrel full of scrap here that's supposed to be repaired by tomorrow, there's absolutely fuck all going on.
As a blacksmith myself, I don't envy you at all.
Well,
yeah, I'll
you
second
came
that.
at
Thank
just
you
the
for,
right
thank you for the
time,
likes,
then.
everyone. Appreciate
I
you.
could use a hand here. There's a pile of iron in that barrel over there.
See if we can
that
get to double
needs fixing
digits.
up before we leave.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
You'll really help me. Great. The lads would be bloody delighted if you fixed up their weapons.
All right, so you could, with this scenario, you could, of course, just go 1 by 1 and, oh, right, you have to pick them up first. Where, oh, where? Ah, there we go. So you could take all this stuff, and you could repair it by hand at the sharpening stone, or if you're prepared, you can just, and I know this is the wrong one. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all this while I'm in my inventory. Put on your blacksmith kit. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't have enough. Oh man. Okay, well I won't repair mine. I'll repair. Wow, really? I only have. No way. I must have more on my horse. That's what I thought. There we go. All right, let's go back to your weapons. Actually, other blacksmith kit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Job done. Give them back.
I repaired those broken weapons.
Now make sure you're not giving your own weapon back when you when you repair that stuff. I've done that
hell.
before.
That would have taken me a week. Actually, I reckon I couldn't even do it in a year.
Damn, that's kind of sad.
My
Slamming
hands just
metal.
ain't no good for it. All they're good for is bashing people's skulls in. What about you? Do you like fighting?
Me too. I grew up in a smithy, but I prefer fighting myself. Here you go, Bull.
Bloody hell. Thanks, mate. And this is for you.
All right, well, you got some ammo from that. I don't need it, but thanks anyway, Bull. All right, so next up is a bit more of a laborious task where we need to help the injured. Clara said that in her hut here, she's got... So I could also sleep and save, which will end the night, I think. But I'm going to take some bandages. I'm going to take some aqua vitalis. So definitely, this is a great opportunity to... Or a great option to just kind of listen to what the game's telling you, and it will help you succeed in your upcoming mission. Or like, maybe you're unprepared, or maybe you don't have a thing or two that you'll need to complete this easily. I think Kingdom Come 2, or it's always had an ability to kind of hide the crucial elements of the game right within eye shot. And what I mean by that is, say you've got a mission where you have to help people and they need a certain thing. Odds are, if you look hard enough, you'll find that certain thing. This guy, once again, somehow surviving all the way from our first encounter at Božena's hut to right now, still alive somehow. Ikesh. 360. All right, so we got these two fellas and then another one in the basement, and they're all in pretty rough shape. Oops. Just gonna put my sword away. Ooh, excuse me. All right, so let's go downstairs, help this guy first. Always swing over into this category, grab some schnapps, just in case. Go ahead and rob this thing, because just in case. You never know when you'll need it. Not that guy, not the soldier, he's fine.
I came to treat you.
Oh dang,
What
this is
Zwerg?
I
This
took
is the
a
dice
blow to
guy.
the ribs, and my right leg hurts like hell. I'm fine otherwise.
Okay, let's take a look at the
Let
wounds.
me take a look at your wounds.
Just be careful, all right? I'm aching all over.
Don't worry, my friend. And here. Oh, you've got a bruise on your chest and some dried blood.
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound so bad, does it?
No, but you also have a pretty swollen ankle.
And what can we do about that?
I don't know yet. Let me have a look at your chest. Your ribs aren't just bruised. You've got a gash as well.
And what about it?
It's not too serious. I'll just have to clean the wound before bandaging it. Otherwise, you could get an ugly infection. I'll take a look at your foot. It's quite swollen.
How bad is it?
Nothing too serious. You just sprained your ankle. If we bandage it up nice and tight, you should be on your feet by tomorrow.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
I could give you some sort of potion.
You know...
But not even a chamomile potion can fix everything. I'll have to treat you as well. All right.
All right.
I think
So,
I know
just
what's
kind of
wrong
run
with
through
you,
everything,
Zwerg.
analyze,
Your
and
ankle
if
just
you've...
needs to be bound.
Okay.
But I'll also have to clean, stitch up, and bandage that wound on your chest. A buck's blood potion would do you good. Or at least some chamomile for your ankle.
It sounds like I just might pull through. But a drink would really hit the spot. I'm thirsty as hell. Could you get me something?
Let's get to it. I'm gonna treat you.
All right. Do what you have to.
Okay. So pretty simple overall, but you definitely want to make sure with these scenarios that you're listening to what they're saying. And you could always go back if you're curious and chat with Clara. I might screw this up as well, so I'm just saying I think in a perfect world, but I think I'm right because we passed all the checks, the alchemy and the survival checks, which is a great reason to get those skills leveled up before you kind of move into the later half of the game. There's a lot of tests kind of at the end of each chapter. So with this one, we need to clean the chest wound first. We simply need to rub some chamomile or give him a buck's blood potion. But this is an example of the game being like, hey, I need a drink so bad. And, you know, you want to help the guy. You want to give him a wine skin full of schnapps or of wine. But that would actually be quite a bad idea. It would actually, I think, kill him if you did that because he's got some internal bleeding. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what happens, but I think if you give him some alcohol, he'll die. So we're just going to clean the wounds, stitch them, wrap them, rub some, give him some buck's blood, if we have some buck's blood or chamomile potion, and then he should be all right. And we'll deal with the guys upstairs.
I'll clean that wound on your side, otherwise it'll fester.
Is it that bad?
Aye. Gangrene is pretty bad.
All right, so with this, anytime you need to clean anything, you can use pretty much any alcohol, or you can use marigold decoctions as well. I'd rather use a stolen schnapps, just get it out of my inventory.
This is gonna sting a bit.
Fucking hell, that burns.
The main thing is that it does what it's supposed to.
Sew him up.
I'll have to sew up that wound on your chest.
Make it quick, before I shit myself from the pain.
I'll just make a few quick stitches.
Christ. Fuck.
Yeah, that would suck. That would really suck.
Stop squirming around, Zwerg. One more knot. There we go.
I will admit, I got a pretty strong stomach, but that is one thing that always
wasn't
does kind
exactly painless, mate.
of torque me is the thought of the sewing. Just rough. All right, and now dress the wound.
I'll bind that ankle of yours and bandage your chest. There. I'll wrap it up like this.
Ah, Sakra!
All done.
Thanks.
Well, that's the dressing done.
Alright, now I think...
I'll rub some of this decoction.
Just raw stitching, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no numbing agent. Oof. Alright, so a little bit of medical material. So this time, let's go ahead and do some chamomile, because we said that. And again, I didn't have any chamomile, so this is what I was trying to say earlier, is I didn't have any chamomile on me, but there was some in Clara's little bunkhouse. Alright, all done. Don't give him something to drink.
Alright, that's all's work. I treated your wounds. The best thing you can do now is get some sleep.
Christ, you really are a good healer.
Thanks, buddy.
I feel better already.
Alright, it's work. Done. Who's looking for me? Why am I suspicious right now? Alright, so we got 2 more guys to deal with. Let's go ahead and just see what's in here, just in case it's anything that might help us. I don't think it is. I think this actually just might be his work stuff. Roshan, what the hell? Somebody's got to use it. I don't know who's looking for me. There we go. Yeah, why is somebody looking for me? Ooh, dang, Milanese, dark, nice, simple hose. Ah, that must be his. Got it.
A bandage, quick!
Could you not stand on my patient, sir? Please? Thank you. Okay, okay. You're being a dick.
Does anything hurt, Mark?
I'm all right. I just have a headache. I always walk away on my own 2 feet.
You're talking bollocks. Let me take a look at your wounds.
I'm just really tired. I need some sleep. Leave me alone and go and treat someone else.
You threw up and you got a bloody wound on your left leg, and you're talking nonsense. I'll take a look at your head. It could be a concussion.
Oh, come on, I'm fine. Just a little tired.
Well, if you don't know this, you should not go to sleep with a concussion, so we gotta make sure we keep Mark awake.
Is there a cut under all that blood on your head? You've got a cut and some bruising.
What do I know? It was one hit after another.
I see you've got a cut on your leg.
Aye, but that's nothing.
It could get infected. Maybe a strong elixir would do the trick.
Is that...
Even a healing potion isn't a cure-all. I'll still have to treat you properly.
Come on, I'm fine.
All right. I reckon I know what's wrong with you, Mark.
Yeah, clean and dress rooms, don't fall asleep.
I'll clean and bandage your wounds, but most importantly, don't fall asleep, Mark.
Ah, come on, don't be silly.
I'll try to treat you.
You sure about that?
Alright, oh, and also, or maybe this is the situation, yeah, sip of liquor. Probably not a good idea with the bleeding head injury. Yeah, I think that's just common sense. So, I'll clean you first.
I'll clean that wound for you.
I feel like a drink prior to this would have been better, but...
This will sting a bit.
Christ.
Good. That's that.
Clean.
I'm going to dress your wound. I'll just wrap it around here.
Sakra. Be careful.
Finished.
Not even worth mentioning.
Give him a little potion. With this, I think, I'm not going to waste one of mine. I'll give him a weak marigold.
This will put you back on your feet.
I'm fine, really.
And that's all.
I reckon we're done here. I treated you the best I could.
Aye. So you did.
I cleaned and dressed your wounds.
Aye, I know. I could really use some shut-eye, but I don't have any shoes. Sorry.
Oh boy.
You're spouting nonsense. But that's the concussion talking. Hopefully it'll wear off soon.
Yeah, that'd be tough not to fall asleep. Oh. Alright, so he's not dead. Or is he? No, you're fine.
It happens.
Alright, one more time with Gosliak, and then we can
At least somebody
wrap
fell
up.
asleep. You may not be dead, but you don't look all that great either, Kozlik. All right? Christ. I have to change that stinking bandage on your leg, and there's likely something wrong with your head,
Concussions are
too.
scary in this Marin, absolutely.
This isn't good.
All right, so this guy is all kind of beat up.
I'll take a look at your head. That blood in your hair isn't yours, but you've got quite a fever. I should take a look at his belly, too. Nothing serious, just a few bruises. Let's take a look at that wounded leg of yours. Oh, bloody hell. That bandage stinks. I'll have to treat it properly. Maybe some kind of potion would help. Aqua Vitalis or an antidote could help him. But I still have to treat him. All right. I think I know what I need. I'll clean and dress your wound, but I'll have to cauterize it, or else the gangrene will kill you. Maybe it's for the best that you're sleeping. Let's have a look at you.
All right, so let's clean the wound.
Oh, it's full of pus.
Oh.
There's just one thing for this.
More schnapps.
All right, I'll clean it with spirits.
Clean, cauterize, and then bandage makes most sense to me.
The best way to cauterize the wound is with gunpowder. I'll just pour a little right on the wound.
This is not a good idea.
Oh, Christ. Oh, what a stench. Damned fever. At any rate, the wound's cauterized. I have to change his... I'll just tear it off. That takes care of the bandage. I could use a potion for that fever.
Ooh, and I do have the fever tonicum. Is exactly what I need, I think.
This should help. I'll lift his head up a little so he doesn't choke. He didn't drink much and fell back asleep. Well, that's that. I did all I can do. That won't fester anymore. And I reckon his fever will break soon enough. You'll soon be better, God willing.
All right, I think I got them all done right. So let's go check back with Clara and see what this night has in store for us. Yum, says Damon.
I tried to treat all the wounded.
What do you mean you tried?
It wasn't easy, but I managed to treat all the wounded.
Cool.
I hope they'll be all right.
Great. The rest is in God's hands. Thanks, Henry. I'll go and have a look at the wounded later. Now you should take care of yourself. Here, this might come in handy.
Thanks.
Oh,
but I'll only take it if you don't need it.
I've got what I need.
Are you finished for today?
Work like this is never finished.
It's tough seeing people you know and care about in such a state.
You can't let it get to you. If you don't think about who's lying in front of you, you can focus better on what you need to do.
Oh, Henry, you don't even care about me? It's like, buddy, you met her once.
So isn't there anyone here who you really care about?
No. That is, not anymore. But enough of all that. I'd like to think about something else.
What the hell?
Let's go and get something to drink so we can forget about it.
It sounds good. But if the men saw me tipsy, I'd never hear the end of it. The best thing we can do is go to sleep. If you like,
let's take a break in the woods.
The wind blows through the
Do we need
gaps,
more flowers,
but
or
if you don't mind a bit of a squeeze, we'll be warm this evening. I'll come and see you when you go to bed. At least this day will have a happier ending.
Oh.
Take care then, and have a
All
pleasant evening.
Well, that's all I have to do, so let's sleep and save. Oh, shoot, I forgot I was rock. Okay, so I got the Eastern influence and a little, okay, and I think the yeoman. I'll have to get a haircut. Oh, is this surprise nudity? Does this count?
Did you find some room there for me? I'm awfully,
Okay,
awfully
guess we'll see you later.
and cold too.
Henry's jacked.
Well, we shall have to do something about that.
But don't get too excited. As soon as I lie down, I'll sleep the sleep of the...
The just?
Something like that.
Jesus, Henry.
But at least I don't have to worry about any bad dreams. since I'll be sleeping next to a knight.
Not a knight. All right. The night is darkest before the dawn. Boom. Love this guy. Oh.
No! Ma! Ah! I am here, lad. And I'm coming for you.
Markwart van Aulitz.
Quickly barricade the gate! Hurry! Load up everything you get your hands on. Stones to the wall! All weapons to the gate!
Clara, what in the hell?
That's a great point. Miss Mirren says, ironic how she said, I won't have to be worrying about any bad dreams. Yeah, thanks. I'll just have them. Okay. Okay. So not ideal.
What the hell is going on?
Bit of a rude awakening.
Who are they? And where the fuck did they come from?
From the tower crest on their banners, looks like the Prague militia.
It's like an outside police force is coming in to help von Bergov. Yeah, imagine waking up to that, right?
Good morning, Captain! Please forgive my abrupt departure without saying goodbye yesterday.
What do you want?
Lord Nebak here would like his castle back. My liege, Sir Otto, wants your head. And I have an account to settle with a certain bastard of Radzig's.
Makes me think of a Muppet.
Lord Bergov! Since when did the Chamberlain of our land ally himself with such filth?
Ever since Jobst and Wenceslas started allying with filth like you, Zizka. Sir Istvan Tod is a master of your craft. He harassed Wenceslas' allies, just as you did King Sigismund's. He did a good job in Zassau, and he would have done so here too, were it not for Hanush's pair of buffoons.
Yeah, that's us.
Smug little fucker was in his service the whole time.
But I have to admit, Captain Zizka, that you've been a much bigger thorn in our backsides than we care for. Fortunately, my friend Marquardt just happened to be passing, so now your tricks won't help you anymore.
The executioner awaits you, Captain. But if you're sensible, we'll spare your companions.
Darth. What?
Surrender!
I'm not gonna lie, that sounded pretty cool. That was a good surrender. Good.
Is there any way to sneak out of here?
Even if there were, he wouldn't get far.
No. And I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Lord von Berghoff! Sir Markbart! Lord Nebach! And you! You treacherous shit!
This has real Monty Python vibes.
Our asses!
Tell him, Hans. Tell him.
It's just retribution for my sins.
Your mother was a hamster. Your father was a hamster, and your mother smelt of elderberries.
Sorry, my friend. I'm afraid your castle will be needing some repairs.
That's such a demoralizing thing to hear. Like, I guess I'll just watch you ruin my home. Yeah, you gotta love that Henry is just like, nope, I'm done running.
Aye. The waiting is the worst of it.
Let's not get on our knees just yet. If we hold out, they'll parley. We have a chance. Not a big one, but a chance. Michael, you deal with the shooters. The tower must not fall.
Don't worry, we'll hold it. God be with you, fellas.
I'll be on the gate, but if they storm us, we'll definitely need help.
All right, I need everyone else on the battlements. So I don't forget, Henry. Mikesh said he and Kozlik would like to repay their debt to you. So tell me where to put them.
They can be back up at the gate.
As you wish. God hear our prayer.
I love that. Again, so those are the two guys that attacked us at Bojena's hut.
To the task, my friends.
And all the way now, they're like, well, now we owe the guy, and they're working for me. That's awesome. Oh boy. All right, the first siege of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. All right, I want to make sure that I have a pole arm equipped. Boom, let's put this in slot. Let's just go 2. That's fine.
Flank him!
I'm going to try to get some arrows popped off. Oh, yeah, right in the neck.
Yeah, don't spare him! Shoot those ones carrying the ladders!
Working on
Henry.
it. Oh, did I really? Was that my last 2 arrows? God dang it. Boom, boom.
Find a halberd somewhere and knock those ladders down! Repel the ladders!
Oh, come on, that was a good shot.
Yes!
Haha!
Saint fucking Christmas.
Oh, come on, let me get this guy. What are you, the Helm's Deep Orc? Oh, got that! Got the... Oh, that was awesome. Just like I planned.
Knock those damn ladders down!
Come on, one more. I can get this guy. Come on. Boom, baby. 2 for... Oh, oh, oh.
For St. Clement! Hey, you bastard!
Okay. You just need to get...
No, you
don't. Care of. Zhishka, maybe do something? Oh boy. I really need to knock that ladder down, thank you.
Nice hit!
Oh, nice! Godwin, all over it, my man.
Can't see him! To me! Get him from behind!
Excuse me? Boom, and there we go. Nice, alright, now let's lock this ladder down. Boom. Beautiful. I can't believe I actually got those guys with my bow and arrow. That was great. Alright, to the gate. Gotta help out Hans. Oh, right. That gate's looking okay for now.
Come on, Crockett! We'll see you get the last laugh, you whore sons!
Oh, lots of dudes. Kind of impressive these guys are running through my arrow shots. come on.
I can't see him.
A few more of these guys. I love the eagle eye where it slows down your shot because it just gives you enough to. Yeah, the Helm's Deep orc. Well, yeah, I couldn't remember what he was. He's a berserker, I believe. Dang, all my arrows are ready. Let's go piercing arrow. We might as well put on a show, huh? There we go.
They're retreating! We fended them off!
Come on, come on, come on! I can get him! I can get him!
Now I'll stone them.
Come on! Oh, come on! Oh yeah! This is. I don't need to be doing this at all, and it doesn't change anything. But it is so worth it. I feel like anybody who's been watching my channel for long enough will definitely know who I'm referencing with the Helm's Deep orc. I don't need to be doing this. I just want. Oh, I keyhold it. Come on. There we go. There we go. A little level up using all my arrows.
Henry, come here quick. We have a problem.
What's up?
I'll be right there.
It's bad.
What's wrong? We defended the gate, didn't we?
Aye, and we're holding the battlements on the tower. Our boys are getting hammered.
I understand.
All right, so lower tower is in need of assistance. Let's go help them out. There we go. One down. Man, there's a lot of dudes up here all of a sudden.
I'll shoot you.
Oop. He's got an issue. Right, is that another ladder over here? I'm just getting whacked in the back. It's all good.
I'm just getting warmed up, you shit!
It's kind of funny to me. It's like, you're in plate armor. Legoland was secretly working with Sauron for Sauron, intentionally sabotage Helm's Deep for the Uruk-hai. That sounds about right, because
they got what they wanted. We did it, eh?
I hope so. But unfortunately, it isn't over yet. Something's happening up top. We have to go back quickly.
Oh, Sakura. When will this be over, Zizka?
As soon as we kick their asses!
Let's do it then. Come on now. John Hall, I read that as Legoland was secretly, and I think that's a much, that's even funnier somehow. If you look at the Helm's Deep wall, when it explodes, it does look like Legos.
You caught him out sweetly! Are you going to get to the task or not?
Well, get the hell out of the way, dingus.
Can't do that, can you?
I'll shoot your head off!
Let him have it!
Come on.
Pick up past the wall! They mustn't get the back!
Shoot your head off!
Come on, we can do this. Ooh, I just got smoked with a crossbow bolt. Oof. Oh shit, Hans with the toss.
Got to fall back! Everyone back to the tower, now!
But yes, Legolas working for Sauron. That makes a bit more sense. I can see that. That'd be a crazy twist. What can men do against such reckless hate?
You're done for.
Bollocks. They won't get into the tower easily. They'll parley, you'll see.
I love that Zizka just never gives in.
Fall back! Everyone! I wouldn't be so sure about that.
What the fuck is that?
Ready! Pater Noster, Kies and Kielis. Et debiti nobis debita nostra sicut.
Take cover!
Et nos dimitimus debitoribus nostris.
Everyone away from the wall.
Et ne nos inducas in tentationem. But deliver us from evil.
Shit.
Help me! Someone! I'm fucking stuck! Henry! For the love of God!
Right there, though, I'm like, that beam has got to be at least 1,000 pounds. I mean, that thing's... Oh, that would hurt so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming back. That beam is gonna kill you, right? Yeah.
I told you we should have made a run for it.
Finally awake.
Aye. We should have taken off. At least then we wouldn't have to listen to your blathering.
Well, the last time I ran away, I lost everything. I'm never going to do that again.
Well, that's just what I'm afraid of, Henry. Honor's a splendid thing. You won't be much use to anyone as a corpse. The great thing about corpses is that they keep their mouths shut. They're not dead yet. Well, if it hadn't been for that diabolical invention, we'd have stood a chance.
Show some respect, priest. Sir Otto christened this little beauty himself. He named it...
His point is so infuriating. Like, I want to rip that finger off.
At.
Stop! Halt! Pull up!
What is it, sir? We part ways here, Istvan. I need someone to keep watch on Trosky while I'm with the king. Take the captives with you, and get what you can out of them. We need to know what the Jobst and the Leipa lords are plotting.
With the greatest pleasure, sir.
Don't spare them. And when they sing, send me a message with what you found out. But the young lord of Bjergstein will be coming along with me. He's too valuable a commodity. He'll come in handy as a hostage, if Hanush tries any tricks. And here are the orders from King Sigismund, so you know what to question them about, and where to find us. And I'm counting on you to keep my castle in one piece until I return.
Rest assured, my lord.
Good.
Good.
Forwards!
All right, so Hans is being taken with Bergov as he goes to Kuttenburg to chat with the king, leaving Istvan Toth in charge of Trosky Castle in the meantime, which is where myself, Godwin, and Zhishka will be held captive.
Listen to him, Ernest. Like a child of the night. Beautiful music, isn't it?
Go to hell!
Just a little light
Now,
torture scene to lighten up the evening.
I don't have all night to deal with you. I have 2 more guests to attend to, and I want to get some sleep.
Sleep sweetly while you can.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry. I've had a couple of hard, nerve-wracking days, but in the end, everything went according to plan. And what's more, I have this wonderful entertainment before bedtime. I'll sleep the sleep of the dead.
I hope you do. Literally.
You'd do better to say your prayers, priest. It'll be your turn soon.
You'll rot in hell.
Do you think people like me are afraid of hell?
He's got a point.
Powerful lords invoke hell to keep simpletons like you in line. God doesn't give a shit about me. And the feeling's mutual. What's the penance for such blasphemy, priest? How many are fathers and all that shit, eh?
Your penance will be to drown in shit.
You're quite witty for a priest. I like you. But now back to work.
Sir, the other one just came round too.
Excellent. As soon as we're done with
Is
the
this the
captain
same
here, we'll turn our attention to him.
prison guard that was holding us captive in Trosky? All right.
Leave the captain alone, you swine.
Would you look at that? You've still got some fire in you.
Always.
But don't worry, you'll get your turn.
I said, leave him alone. He doesn't know anything.
Sir Istvan told you to shut up.
It's time to start singing, Captain. Where are Jobst of Luxembourg and Jan of Liechtenstein?
Why do you think I've got anything to do with that fucking traitor?
Turncoat. Now, don't tell me there are disputes in King Wenceslas's camp. That would sadden me. But I'm afraid Jobst's latest treachery was directed at King Sigismund. And that's why I'm asking you. Where is he?
Kiss my ass.
Man, he does not sound good at all.
It seems you don't value your life. To be fair, though, if I were in your shoes, I'd probably want it to be all over quickly, too. So we'll see how your new best friend Henry is doing.
I'm good. It's kind of chilling. Now do we play the tough guy? Now, real quick, before we get too far along, I have to mention this. Mega John Hall says, and we got to go. Here's our Lord of the Rings chat for the night. Bringing up Legolas missing 2 shots on that orc that blows up the wall of Helm's Deep. It's not a twist, it's canon. You're telling me the supposed best archer the elves have, who consistently one-shots everything he aims at, all of a sudden can't land 1 kill shot in like 4 to 6 minutes. I'm sorry, 1 kill shot in like 4 to 6 shots. That's a good theory there, Mega John Hall, and I'm finding it difficult to argue against it. I have to. The only way I can twist it to make it make sense is that orc was that Uruk-hai was so driven by madness and almost probably could hear Saruman in his head pushing him beyond his own physical limits. Like, he's probably actually running and actually dead, but Saruman was just like, nope, you're going until you finish your job. That's because otherwise, yeah, it's like, what? Should have brought him down right away. Yes, we have to talk about. We had to talk about that. Yeah, that is a great. He killed an Oliphant with 3 arrows. Okay, I mean, hey, brother, I hear you. These are inarguable points. I totally agree. And yeah, the 3. First of all, that's the skull of an Oliphant. I feel like is thicker than the arrows could possibly be, and I don't think they would penetrate that. We are way overdue for our yearly Lord of the Rings binge. That's very true. We have yet to watch it, and I've even got the cool new lights behind the TV. Anyway, back to it. I think we should be a little sassy as Henry. What will change if I talk? That's actually a really great question. Actually, that's probably even better than threatening him.
Why should I tell you anything? You're gonna kill us anyway.
Good question. But you're mistaken. There's more chance I'll kill you if you don't talk. Indeed. That's highly likely. And what's more, it will hurt. Really hurt. If you talk, it will hurt a lot less. And who knows? Maybe we'll keep you. You might be a bastard, but you're your father's only son. Maybe he'll pay up for you.
Well, that's tough luck for me then. Because I don't know anything of use to you.
I'll be the judge of that, if you don't mind. I have the letter you were taking to von Burgo. I know it was written by Hanush, Radzig, and Jobst. So I know you saw him. And now you'll tell me everything that happened and what he said to you. I'll repeat the question.
What's really funny is I literally cannot remember what was written on that anyway.
Jobst and Liechtenstein, where are they? What were they doing in Ratai?
What do you think? Probably off fucking your ugly mother somewhere.
I had to. I had to.
You still have the strength for jokes, I see. Well, as you wish. Ah!
I couldn't resist that option. That
Let's try this again.
I had to.
Jobst and Liechtenstein, where are they? Why did they meet with Radzig? What do they have planned?
I don't know anything. So you can put an end to this now.
Totally worth the punch, right?
Save yourself the effort.
You think you can wriggle out of this so easily and that I'll kill you without getting what I want?
All right.
I honestly don't understand why you're trying to play the hero. On account of your cronies here? The captain already told me plenty, and the priest here is shaking like a leaf. He won't last long.
I told you nothing, you whoreson!
You told me more than you think. So, Jobst and that
We're
other
literally in a
bastard,
torture chamber. This guy's literally just
where
punching us
are
once.
they? What are they doing?
There's way worse
What
ways
was
to torture
discussed
somebody.
in Ratai?
Ooh, make something up. Okay, yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what I know about them.
At last. Not hard, is it? Go on then.
Jobst has a big problem. He lent money to Sigismund, who promised him Brandenburg in return. Only Sigismund isn't paying, and the Brandenburgers aren't just gonna yield to him. So now he's acting like he's working for a good cause, but in fact he's just playing his own game. He has a grudge against Sigismund, and the Liechtensteiners are the same. They lent money to Wenceslas in return for Breslau. Only if Wenceslas loses the throne, there's no one to confirm the deal.
That's all very well, and it may even be true. But it tells me nothing about where they are now and what they're doing. Well, had enough at last? Can we start being serious finally? Is it worth suffering like this to protect that traitor and turncoat Jobst? Do you think letting yourself be killed will do any good? This is not your war! Now listen up. If you tell me what I want to know, I'll stop. And I'll get von Burgau to demand a ransom for you from Radzig. Then you'll be able to go back to that shithole of yours.
Nice. Well, I'll try to just keep tricking
I
him.
can't tell you anything, because I don't know anything. Radzig doesn't talk politics with me. Does von Burgov confide in you about his plans when he gives you orders?
Was that a rhetorical question, or are you actually asking? If you are, then yes, he does confide in me. This is the last time I'll ask. What do you know about Jobst and Liechtenstein? Where did they go from Ratai? What do they have planned?
And I'm telling you, for the last time...
Sing it loudly, Henry.
Go fuck yourself.
Love it.
As you wish.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Hey. Let's just stick... How about those punches? Those punches were good. Punches were doing a really good job. They were going great. Easy. Gah! Gah! I don't know what he did, but yuck. Ouch. I think he stabbed me. That was very rude.
You had your chance to speak. It's your own stupid fault you didn't take it.
Sorry, Miss Marin.
I'd have a bit more fun with you. I did promise at Nebekov to gut you after all, but I don't have the time. So I'll gut someone else and leave you to Ernest here. Get rid of him.
Right now?
Right now. But if you want a bit of enjoyment, you can make it slow.
As you wish.
No! Stop it!
Godwin!
Don't do it!
What is it, priest? Is there something you'd like to tell us?
Godwin, no!
Shut up!
Tell me then. What's on your mind, father?
From what I understood, Jobst is looking for allies so he can take on Sigismund.
That's not really news. I want to know where he is now.
In Brandenburg. He went to Brandenburg.
That's better. And what about Liechtenstein?
Radzig said Jobst sent him to Kuttenburg. That's all I know. As God is my witness.
Well, I'll be. He sent him right into Sigismund's lap. This might surprise you, but I believe you. And you've saved this bastard's life. You'll be rewarded in heaven for that. Well then, that will do for today. See? All you had to do was cooperate a bit, and now it's all over. Now rest up. You'll need a lot of strength for tomorrow. Well, that's that. Find Eric for me. He's going on a little trip.
That does look terribly uncomfortable.
Does running for it still seem like a bad idea to you?
Yeah, the worst of it is that we betrayed the others. And now they'll get the same as us.
Don't feel so bad about it, lad. Everyone breaks under torture. It's only a matter of time.
Pretty sure it didn't break. Just saying.
Hey. Can you hear that?
Where one door closes, another one opens.
About time, Catherine. What took you so long?
Hell yeah.
You can hang around here a bit longer if you like.
Betty in the blue dress with the braid, says Miss Marin. And yes, you were 100% right earlier. Zhishka's little spy, his little bird. And that jerk bleeding out on the ground is the same guy that's been causing us problems ever since we got tossed in this jail.
You? So that's why you pretended not to know me this whole time?
Did you work that out all by yourself?
And that's why you killed that man by the pond?
I wouldn't let anyone put their filthy heads on my most loyal sister-in-arms, would I?
So you did recognize me?
That's exactly why he protected her at the beginning,
I'd forget
yes.
someone who saved my life? You behaved like an utter madman who's tired of life. But I'm grateful to you, Henry.
I'm not tired of life. I'll just never run away from a fight again.
Like I said, a madman. Are you all right?
I'll live But everything else won't be so straightforward.
What about you two?
Better than I probably look.
He didn't pay all that much attention to me. We haven't met, my dear. Godwin's the name.
Catherine. But this isn't the time for pleasantries. We have to get out of here.
The lass is right.
Get out of here? How?
I've thought of that. There's a secret passageway that leads right from the basement to the Apollonia Rocks.
A secret passage?
Awfully
That's
convenient.
Right.
Good work, Kate.
Thank Christ.
Don't count your chickens yet. It won't be that simple. There's an iron gate at the start of the passage. We won't be able to force it, we need the key. And the Lord of the Castle has it.
And right now, that's the Hungarian.
Sacra.
Where can we find him?
In his chambers at the top of the Crone Tower, most likely. That's the smaller tower on the far side of the castle.
Getting hold of the orders he got from von Berghoff would also come in handy.
And our things.
Istvan had your things taken to his chambers.
All right.
I'll take care of Istvan and get the keys.
Sure. That's a brilliant plan.
Mission accepted.
Don't worry. I'll do it.
That's just what I'm afraid of.
He said he wants to get some sleep. With any luck, the lad will find him in bed.
The two of us can go.
Don't take this the wrong way, Godwin. But Henry has to be stealthy. What's more, we need to search our tower, find von Berghoff's orders, and to keep guard. If someone came, Catherine wouldn't be able to handle him on her own.
Have you forgotten, Zizka? I'm supposed to bring him home in one piece.
Don't worry, he can cope.
Damn right.
Someone who can hack me in the face won't have any difficulty with that fucking Hungarian midget.
All right, then. Be careful.
Eating how his dinner.
And don't take unnecessary risks. No fucking around. Just cut his throat while he's asleep.
It's not every day you hear a priest handing out advice on throat cutting. But I'll follow it. All right, let's split up. And you, Godwin, see what you can find in von Berghoff's chambers.
If I must.
All right, let's get to it.
Right. Should we go, Godwin?
You go ahead.
Good luck.
Wait, Henry. I'll give you my knife.
Thanks.
I'll take care of Jan.
Okay, so we are gonna get disguised as this guard. Now, we got some options here, my friends. And my initial thought just now was, why don't we, we usually end the stream with a massive fight somehow, right? So how about, CLD, hello! Hello, hello, welcome in. Great to see you back on the prowl. Yes, indeed. Welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. We are just, we are trying our best to escape the confines of Trosky Dungeon once again. The Hungarian Istvan Toth has caused quite a bit of problems, and we were recently thrown in here after a massive battle with the Berghoff army, strengthened by numbers from Prague. It's been a whole lot of stuff, lots of twists and turns. But I think what we're going to do right now is, instead of sneaking around and killing a bunch of guards, I think I'm going to try to kill them all in one big fight.
Are you
I think I'm just going to do that.
Fuck you, horse son!
I think I'm just gonna kill them all, and really, or die terribly in the process. So let's see what we can do. How's
What
that
do you
sound?
want?
That sounds pretty good. I think we can do it.
Show your stuff!
Because why the hell not, right? Look at that, 3 down. Oh, getting a crossbow
You
out.
want the
Ooh, nice, right in the heart. Because what's great about this then is then I can really just run through the castle and I don't have to worry about anything. Oh man, just making it look too easy.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, get him while he's getting equipped.
What do you want?
Oh, no way. Mr. Beast just uploaded his latest challenge, 100% Peasants versus the Master Strike. Well, okay. That's actually really funny, CLD, because I have died more consistently to a handful of peasants on the road than I ever have with, like, fully armored soldiers. It's so constant. I will just get smoked. I was playing the other night on one of my my late game files, and just get the key, she said. Yeah, I've always been a fan of extra credit. You know, I think if I can just do a little bit more to put us in a better spot, who's gonna complain? So my initial thought to CLD's Mr. Beast comment was, it's like, oh, that's easy, no problem. Master Strike the peasants, and we're good to go. I would not be surprised if the peasants pull that one out pretty swiftly. But all right, I think that's going to be most of them, most of the guards. Which again will allow me to. Oh, I don't have a lockpick. That's right. So I'm just going to have to take stuff like normal. Oh, here's a lockpick. I mean, you know, while I've got the time, and it's probably going to be one of my last moments in Trosky Castle. Why not just get a little bit of walking around stuff, you know? Get some soap, get some perfume. Why not? All right, now I believe that the tower. Oh, great, awesome. Okay, so the tower's on the other end here. So quick sweep. I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving any guards alive to enjoy their night. Looking good, looking good. What's all this? I also I think that in the update they enhanced the Master Thief perk. It used to only unlock very easy locks, and it's really cool that now I feel like even easy and very easy locks are actually now affected by the Master Thief perk, which is really, really handy. Alright. I think I need any of this stuff. Hey, Sigismund's orders. Nice. Boom. Excellent. Well, I found those. Easy peasy. Bergov's not there. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Anybody right here? No. Yeah, I think I smoked them all. This just goes upstairs. Yeah. All right, well, then I think we've got the orders. Let's go find the keys and Istvan Toth. All right. So let's see. Oh, I gotta go. Yep, up the stairs and across the walkway.
Ride the horse into the ground if you like. You'll pass through Senates. That belongs to the Rosenbergs, and they'll give you a fresh one. Here's the report for von Berghoff. I almost felt sorry for Radzig's bastard. But we got what we want. The main thing is, find Yob's spy, Liechtenstein.
He points so much. Very rude.
What's the matter? You worried about me?
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
You've grown into a very capable young man. But you still have to learn to fight for your place in the sun. Nobody will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
I won't forget that.
Farewell.
But like right there, if I'm Henry, I'm sprinting down those stairs.
Farewell, dear boy.
Very ominous storm rolling in. I love that. All right. We should have a pretty clear path. Right? I would be somewhat empathetic with Istvan, but I'm pretty sure there's dialogue that mentioned he groomed his partner and they've been together for like years. Yes, 100%. And I would not be sympathetic or empathetic to Istvan because he has my sword. So that's all the reason I need. No, only kidding. I think they've actually done a brilliant job. The writing in this game is so good that pretty much all of the villains and all the people on the other side of the sword from you, you really start to see their side, or you at least are given a better glimpse into, ooh, black padded hood and quilted hose. Hell yeah, that'll come in handy. I'll dig that. It just really adds a lot more depth to each character brilliantly, and if anything, you at least like understands everyone's motives. You know, hearing there's an old saying. Everyone's the good guy in their own story, right? And that makes that makes a lot of sense, but Istvan he's a piece of shit. A bunch of food. Miss Marin says, CLD, it gives some weird energy, that interaction that just had. And that's very much the energy of every interaction. They have certainly some relationship. I kind of alluded to that earlier, where you don't really know what it is, but you know it doesn't feel quite right. Okay, now I'm losing my way. I just gotta go up the stairs. Up the stairs we go. Till we get to the tunnel. All right. I don't think I need any of this stuff, so let's just get on the move. Ooh. Long time coming right here, friends. A long time coming.
You just won't give up, will you?
Not my style.
You know, I actually like that about you. It reminds me of someone.
I'm not like you.
Indeed. Last time you let me go. That's not my style.
Loving the love there, Miss Marin. Loving the love.
And it came back to haunt you.
This looks so good.
So, what's it gonna be? A fair fight? Or are you finally going to learn?
You know what, Istvan? I think that I'm going to learn. This piece of garbage doesn't deserve a good, clean duel. So you know what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In the end, see, I was right. The stronger dog. Fucks the bitches.
a long time coming. CLT says, but my moral high ground. Oh, yes! After many, many long months, we finally have our sword back. Phenomenal. Got the sword.
Bastard didn't have those keys on him.
Hope he didn't have his
look in
keys
his
on him.
chambers upstairs.
Oh. That moment right there. And yeah, I use that moral high ground as better leverage to throw him off of to the moral low ground. Try not to lose it again. That's great advice. I will do everything I can to not lose this damn sword again. All right. But there it is, my friends. Look at this beauty. Hard to see in that. I wish there was an inspect option where you could actually see the weapons. I think that'd be really, really cool. See if we can get a good... Oop, that's not it. That's not it. This is what I wanted to do. There we go. Thank you. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Look at this beauty. Look at the work. The M on the very base of the sword. That sword guard. Look at that hand guard. Beautiful pommel. Ah, incredible. And to see it back with Henry, that right there is just a beautiful sight. My boy.
Interesting.
Reunited, and it feels so good. Oops, sorry, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Wow. Istvan, down and out. And yeah, I don't feel bad about that. He deserves a couple stabs wounds in the gut. I'll take these while I'm here, might as well. Thank you for the love and chat. Appreciate you. All right. Let's search for those keys. I gotta get my things too. All right, not this. Ooh, purple helmet, a purple hood. I like that. Brand's letters. Is this it either? No. Oh man, it's so satisfying. And I'm sure that decision won't haunt Henry forever. On a side note, KC2 uses Bloom fantastically. I feel like everyone kind of overused it, but Bloom really works in moderation, especially in storms and early morning rain. 100%. I actually often, in most games, turn off Bloom in graphic settings because I feel like it always looks terrible. And this game, I haven't. I leave it as is. Because it does look incredible. Yes, give my things back. All my delicious, delicious things. Oh, nice, an auto equip. There we go. Let's look a bit more stylish for all this. All right, I'm gonna take some stuff because, like I said, I'm probably not gonna be coming back here. At least if I am, it's not gonna be as a welcome guest. So let's go ahead and just make our way. All right, we got Zhishka's gear, we got my gear, we killed Istvan, we have our sword, we have the orders, we've got the keys? Question mark? Yes, got the master keys, got the orders, I got everything. Crushing it. And I got to throw them out the window. That's phenomenal. Yeah, the other animation that I notice a lot of games use too much, and I turn it off no matter what. I don't care what game it is motion blur. Everyone uses motion blur like it's the greatest thing that ever happened. It's just like, it makes me feel sick if I'm playing a game and there's a lot of just that sort of sweeping. Can't stand it. So yeah, bloom and motion blur are two things that need to be moderated a bit better with game development, in my opinion. See how much easier it is to get around this place when you just kill all the guards right away? Way easier. That's fair. Okay, I could definitely see that. Yeah, motion blur goes hard on racing games. I can't remember the last time I played a straight up racing game, but that does seem like that would work.
I think we have everything. We can go.
You took our things.
I did.
We have the orders.
All right. Follow Godwin down to the passageway. I think I knows. Actually makes it. Oh, sure. That was the 1990. Does the 1990s version of Hot Wheels count as a racing game? Absolutely it does. No question. Don't at me. Yeah, that is 100% a racing game. All right, now it says I'm supposed to follow Godwin, but I think it should be okay. I always get a little nervous whenever I'm playing this game and I don't follow somebody exactly, because I always feel like you're gonna be penalized for not doing that, because the first one would penalize you sometimes. All right, that's as clean as I'm gonna get right now. Hell yes. You're still dead. All right, so I think, yeah. So this is the secret passage. Super, super cool. Damn, that is deep. Wow. I think this should lead us to... Yes. Catherine.
Great. Do you have the keys?
I do.
We have the keys, the orders, and our things.
And also a rather nice sword. I suppose you settled things with the Hungarian.
Before you lot start exchanging revenge stories, give me the keys.
Hot Wheels is canon. Hot Wheels is absolutely canon.
Istvan is dead. I killed him.
Threw him out the window like a hero.
Is it a weight off your shoulders? Has anything changed?
I behaved like he would have. Nope. I feel
it's a
great.
wonderful feeling. Now I just have to sort out the rest of them.
Be careful, Henry. It's understandable after what happened to you, but taking pleasure in revenge can be dangerous. And not just for your soul.
Amen.
Leave him be. He's a warrior. You can see it in his eyes. You did the right thing, Henry.
And did you follow my advice? Or did you take needless risks?
I'm not sure which answer is actually the one that would make sense to that question, because it is good face to face, and yet it just happened.
He was awake. It almost looked like he was waiting for me. Even if he'd been asleep, I'd have woken him up. Revenge is best done face to face.
You're right. I reckon I'd have woken up the bastard too, so he'd know who was taking his life. And why.
I used to be like you two. But age changes a man. Some say it brings wisdom.
If everyone in the world was as wise as you, we'd all go stark raving mad.
If you've all finished chatting, I'd like to remind you where we are. We have to vanish, now.
Good point, Catherine. Thank you for reminding us.
Zizka won't make it too far on foot.
I'll make it.
How should I know? I've never been here before. I think the passage ends somewhere in Apollonia, and that's a short way from the castle. There's an old poacher's camp in the rocks there, and my people will be waiting there. You go first, Henry, and light the way. I'll lock the gate behind us.
Well, let's go then. I just hope we won't get buried alive.
In that case, at least we'll have a burial with a priest.
All right. So, we are now tasked with making our way through the secret passage, getting out of Castle Trosky, and hopefully escaping. Catherine says she has some people waiting in a poacher's camp down the way, so hopefully we can get there nice and smooth. So let's go explore. I'm hoping I'm not. I hope I'm not just abandoning them. There is some conversation they're having, but we have limited time here, and I kind of want to see if I get to the end of this, if it'll kick off a cutscene. It's a long way to just kind of. It's a long way to just walk and talk when I would like things to get moving, because we are nearing the end of chapter 1 here. Oh. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Or end of chapter 2, I should say.
Fresh air at last. Now, if we had a little wine.
They've noticed we're gone. Fuck. How far are your people with the horses?
Very much for giving Skyrim.
Waiting half a mile to the south at an old camp.
I need to rest. Supposing we take a look at Sigismund's letter. See what the bastard is plotting. Oh, good idea. Here, give me some light. Now, let me see. I, Sigismund of Luxembourg, by the will of God, King of Hungary, Dalmatia, and Bohemia.
Oh, Christ, skip that.
He's taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Sigismund is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenburg.
What does it mean?
Kuttenburg, you say?
It means that he's lost patience. And he's planning to crush the resistance while he still can.
So, von Burgov and von Aulitz have gone to Kuttenburg?
Yeah. And my friend Hinek of Kunstadt is at Suchtal Fortress, not far from Kuttenburg. And Liechtenstein is in Kuttenburg too.
Like all roads lead to Kuttenburg.
We have to warn them.
And we have to help Capon?
Yeah, but first we must get away from here. Only he can't get far on foot.
I'll bring the horses to the road. You wait here.
But the place is crawling with them.
You go ahead. They'll give up in a while. We'll move further back inside.
When you meet Mika, the password is Falcon. God go with you, lad.
All right, here we go. So now we gotta weasel our way through a forest thick with enemy guards. Might get tricky. A little difficult, but we can do it. All right. So, game is saved, so if I... See, now I'm tempted to fight all these guys, just for fun. I've got all my stuff back after all, so I mean, you know, could try it. All right, now, this is one of those situations where I'm like, you gotta use the sword. It's actually a little bit weaker at this stage. A little bit weaker at this stage than my current longsword, because my current longsword is awesome. But it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You gotta switch it up and use your proper sword.
So watch your back. Let's go.
But you definitely, and the storm is kind of working in your favor. Covers up some of your sound, covers up the sight lines as well, but yeah, you can see. First things first, we got to work our way down to this poacher's camp. Meet Mika. Password, Falcon. My real advice for the night is to, by the way, not drink a Nighthawk potion during this part of the game. I've done that many times, and it always lasts way too long.
Over here! He's here!
I couldn't resist it. I couldn't resist. Come on. Nice.
Show your stuff!
Too easy. Anybody else? Come on. Come on. Yeah, how about you two?
I've been waiting for you!
Oop, I think I heard some arrows flying, which is never good. I never like fighting when there's ranged backup. Hey.
Show your stuff. No, you don't.
2, and you're dead. Beautiful. Okay, so I guess I just end up fighting everyone. All right, cool.
All yours.
Oh. Oh, wow. They really just kind of came out of nowhere.
Shit.
What the hell? How did... Okay. Cool with it.
Show your stuff.
Oof. Just a tunic. Yep, you're done. You're done as well. And how about you? Yep, and you're done.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, have you? That's a shame. Okay. But yeah, like I said, don't drink a Nighthawk potion. It's tempting in this. But yeah, it'll last way too long and you'll be you'll be blinded for the rest of the playthrough. Alright, what up, bud?
Vulcan. Password is Vulcan.
Alright. I'm Mika.
It all went tits up. We need to take the wagon all the way to the passage to load him on. Where is it, anyway?
We left the wagon and the horses just outside of Apollonia.
Oh, that's so far away.
The soldiers are combing the forest. Nobody can get through till they stop. Fuck. I thought we could sneak out of here. But if someone's wounded...
You don't look too good neither.
Listen, my brother and the butcher's hand are guarding the wagon. But if we don't show up by daybreak, that means something's gone wrong. And they'll leave. Someone has to tell them what happened.
All right, I'll go. Where exactly is the wagon?
Keep heading south from here until you come
Damn,
across
I did not learn the Master Strike till chapter 3. That's...
standing nearby.
I admire that though, CLD. That's kind of like hardcore mode.
Then, if you pass by an abandoned camp, you'll know you're going
self-imposed.
The right way. It's another mile or so
mode.
past the camp. You should come across them then. We're parked a bit off the road.
All right.
Don't forget to say the password Falcon.
All right.
Good luck.
I'm with you.
All right. Mika's out of here, taken care of. Now our next stop is a little bit more south. Okay, not too far, not too bad. Too bad. It's pretty much just straight down. Okay, we can do this. It was not intentional. There is a part of me though that I try not to use Master Strikes unless I really need to. Like if I'm in the shit and I'm getting torn up, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But we're having fun, right? We're just having a good time. So I mean, I'm sure nobody would notice. Right? Nobody would notice this. Oh, what? What? Oh, I didn't even see this guy. Okay, that's fine. He's in his pajamas anyway. I'm just trying to level up my skills before we move into chapter 3.
I'll rip your up. Do it.
Man, the deaths look really good in this.
No, you don't.
Sometimes, most of the time. Oops. Unintentional, but still really cool. It's just more fun to fight. Yeah. Yes, Miss Marin, as I explained to you numerous times, that feeling is exactly what every single Kingdom Come player has ever felt, which is, when you first play it, it's so hard, you're not good at anything, you have to like learn a whole different style of game, and it's really easy to wanna just quit. I totally get that. But you persevere, you learn, you get a couple of good, you figure out a couple of things here and there. And all of a sudden it's amazing.
Too slow. I'll rip your
oh.
eye.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, I just like fighting.
Show what you're made of.
Does this count as the Master Strike vs. 100 Peasants challenge? Because, my God. Who are these pricks anyway? Why are they all out here unarmored? In a rainstorm.
You want to try me?
Fuck that! Take that!
This is they have the high ground. Nice. Oh,
show what you're made of.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Well, now that we have pretty much quartered the population of Trosky, I think now we can make our way.
There's one here.
Well, I gotta take care of you while I'm here, right? I just have to. Now that I think about it, maybe it's I got to
market.
Oh, nice.
I have to head up the hill here.
And I think we still have actually a bit of a. I got to Kuttenburg and was like, where the f is this Master Strike? And then I heard about Tomcat off Google. And I was like, oh no. Yeah, to have that feeling of like, oh wow, they are far away. Damn. Okay. So these guys are way down the road. So I'm gonna stop fighting everyone I see now. I'm just gonna make our way down there because we're running low on time now as well. Oop. But yeah, to make it all the way to Chapter 3 without the Master Strike and then being afraid of having it locked out, that feeling would just suck. So I'm glad I really like the game that they've planned on people missing out on some of the things and oops, whoop, whoop. Plan on missing it, and they have backup plans in place so you can actually learn things through various sources throughout the game. That's very convenient. All right, so just taking the wide path. Or indirect route. I love kind of the full circle feeling, you know, when you first get to Trosky and you are first putting it in the tutorial. It's nighttime in a storm, things are terrible. You're injured and you're having to help out while injured. It's rough. Kind of a full circle moment to go back to that same feeling of helplessness. Yep. Drink. All right, homies, where are you at? It's supposed to be a bit further in. Yeah. What the hell? Oh wow, it's actually a oh wow, okay, so it's an actual invisible barrier. There we go. Oh, I thought the game just crashed.
Volkan. Catherine sent me. Things got a bit complicated.
I'm not wearing that.
straight on to Yichin. The merchant road will take you right to Kuttenburg.
But you're not coming with us?
No. I have to go back to Radzig and Hanush and tell them what's being planned and what happened to Lord Capon.
Yeah, right. Zhishka's not looking too good.
Like, it's high time you got going. Watch out for yourselves. Especially you, Henry. I don't have to come back and look for your body again.
I'll do my best.
Look, if you find yourselves stuck, look for Sir Odorin of Rabosh and give him this ring. He'll help you, even if he's not too happy about it.
Godspeed!
I feel pretty bad for Catherine in this situation. That would be a really terrible dress to be wearing in this weather.
So, we finally got him. How does it feel?
Ishtvan would be a terrible blacksmith.
How does it feel? Do you really think you could get rid of me? No, no, dear boy. You and I still have a lot of work to do.
Well, my friends, I believe that's a great place to call it for the night. That's a lot that we got done tonight. Holy crap. What a bunch of twists and turns from the siege of Nabokov to returning our sword to the rightful owner. Leaving you on a cliffhanger, Miss Marin? Yes, I certainly am. Yes, indeed. I'm leaving you in a cliffhanger. We're going to pick this up next week. Perhaps earlier. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to promise a Thursday stream, but I know I've been teasing it a little bit, but there's so much more that's going to be happening. And pretty much right now we are transitioning ourselves into the Kuttenburg map. And it's just going to be absolutely, dang, we need more, says Damon Preble. Good. You got to come on back and you got to experience some more because this story is just picking up some amazing twists there that we got to learn together. I'm so glad we got to experience that. Thank you, DJ. What an amazing stream. What amazing company. Have you always had that sleeve? I literally own yes, I have. Yeah, I've always had the sleeve. Yep. Well, for 12 years now or so. But hold on real quick though. Oh, no. Sorry, I was letting the cutscene play because it's simply just traversal. And but yeah, to answer your question, Ms. Marin, no. So he is 5 people still need to click like. Come on, y'all. Thank you, DJ. Yeah, I appreciate that. If you haven't already, I think that earns a like. Getting the sword back itself deserves a clicking of that thumbs up button. I sincerely do appreciate that, of course. Thank you for the shout out there. Yes, so Ishtvan is haunting Henry, but not in the like the spooky way. Just in the way, well, I mean, in a spooky way, but in the way of like, he's been living rent free in Henry's head for a long time, and now that has kind of reached a resolution, that's still going to stick with you a little bit. And so he's haunting him, but in a different way, not in a magical sense, just in a real pain in the butt way. What's on it before you go? Yeah, so this sleeve, this was my first, and so just wrap up the KCD talk, and then we'll talk about the sleeve. So yes, so much done. We got the siege. We've learned that although Zhishka and his band of cutthroats and bandits are the ones that killed our group initially. They thought that we were working with Bergov. They thought that we were on the same side, so we had an unspoken issue that we have now had resolved. Istvan and Eric were working with Zizka, but they were also spies for Bergov. And so now that all blows up and goes crazy. That goes poorly. We all find out who's on the right sides. Zizka is now on ours, and we're on his. Godwin heads back to Trosky, heads back to Sasau and to that beautiful region of Bohemia. But lots was taken care of. Settle down, Catherine. I mean, Miss Marin. Or Miss Marin. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So let's see. What's the simple and easy way to take care of it? So the top bit is my Spartan, and in the family, every male has to get Never Say Die in some form or way, some variation. And my dad's classic sword banner through the heart, Never Say Die on each line of the banner. My brother has a bit more of a simplified one. My grandpa has a different one, and there's all these different variations through the family, which is really, really cool. And so mine, because I've always wanted to be, you know, like pretty much from my neck down covered, and I'm really far behind. We got that, so I put on my Spartan, because I was like, well, what's the physical manifestation of those three words? Freaking Spartan. Love them, studied them for a long, long time, and always loved that. And then, you know, I'm a metallic cat to the day I die. Also, quick shout out on that note to Joel Benton, who is typically working Monday nights. Sometimes we'll drop in, but if he gets this far on the stream and sees this, greatest gift ever from a good friend, Joel Benton, and the entire Benton crew. I love y'all. Y'all are great. Thanks for being such great supporters. And Mr. Joel Benton gave me this, though, the story behind every one of the Metallica songs. And I bring that up because on my elbow is the Ninja Star, essentially. That's 4 of the spiked M's of the Metallica name going across there. And big fan of that. Ties it all together. On the inside, I've got Mount Olympus. I'm looking at a smaller screen. There we go. Mount Olympus here. All these lost souls are being cast down into Hades. Then on the front side, we have Deathbringer, or a variation of it. If you're a fan of Frank Frazetta, or of any of like the old Conans, or even just like the art from the 70s and comic books like that, it's really, really cool. Just the physicality of his characters is really amazing. Frank Frazetta does a great job, and yeah, I kind of took like 20-30 different pictures of different sort of ideas from Frank Frazetta, and we pieced it together to make this really awesome. It's hard to get a good, let's see. It's hard to get a good look at it right there, but it's a sweet horseman, like rearing up on his dread horse, but very, very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna get the hands done pretty soon here. I'm gonna get my knuckles done and all that stuff. So we got plans, we got all that stuff, but people came here for Kingdom Come Deliverance. Gotta slow down for us to see it. It's all mythical stuff, and then of course we got the Lone Wanderer over here, and we got the Already Dead, which is probably my favorite one, and of course the Valheim V. More is going to get filled in over here. I've got some drawings and stuff that I'm going to throw on there. I'm very excited. You got to slow down for us to see it. Well, Miss Marin, it's a whole thing, and it's a whole thing to do. But the lighting isn't great for it, and all that stuff. But either way, this was an absolute blast. This was a whole lot of fun. What a great stream. We are finally, although it's great to take your time with it, and I recommend you do, it feels good to get out of chapter 2 to finish up everything. Where are all the KCD tattoos? So I've actually been thinking about doing Audentus Fortuna Juvat somewhere. But I am constantly trying to look at certain imagery on here to figure out what would be a great KCD tattoo. If you've got ideas for a Kingdom Come tattoo, drop it in the Discord, think of a picture, throw it in there, make one if you want. Just show me what you're thinking, because I've got some ideas. I was originally kind of thinking like maybe the Lords of Lipa shield, but then I thought that's actually a real thing, I believe. So I don't know how much I'd want to lean into that. You should get the game over skeletons. Oh my God, I'm getting the game over skeletons. That's 100% what I'm going to do. That is great. But the sword, okay, so the sword, that would be dope. Oh, that'd be good. Maybe Maybe do a Brock Lesnar and just do a right down the chest. So many ideas. I love all this. Throw it in the Discord. Drop a comment on the video, and let's chat some more about all this. I love all these ideas. This is a lot of fun, and I'm here for it. And yeah, maybe there'll be a special video in the future of RealGrogg getting a real tattoo. That might be kind of cool, right? But yeah, whole lot achieved today. We finished up Never Say Die, one page fighting an entire village. Yeah, I did that a few times, in fact, and they didn't stand a chance. But we'll talk more about all that stuff. I cannot wait to meet back up. I will keep you posted on if we're going to be doing a midweek stream or if it will be next Monday. Next Monday for sure, guaranteed. And let's see, it's the 7th today. Yeah, so that will definitely be happening, and we'll keep an eye open for this upcoming week. But as always, my friends, you are the absolute best. Love having you. Love having you stick around and hang out with me. Keep me company in chat. Thank you all for chiming in. If you're this far in, you've been listening to me ramble and you haven't already and you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't liked it, like the video. What the hell? What are you doing? You're killing me over here. No, just messing around. Love y'all. Y'all are great. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, my friends, stay real. I'll see you on the next one.